Welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, stand-up comedy podcast in Greenville, South Carolina. My name's David. It's the week of March 13th, 2023. Hope you enjoyed that opening song by the Nasty Hooks. Nasty Hooks. Promoted them before, but that is a band by Travis Thubbin and what's his partner's name? Christian something, I think. Travis Thubbin. And I talked to Travis and I asked, hey dude, I kind of wanted to start using some different original music. Would you mind if I use some of the Nasty Hook songs? And he said, yeah. So I should pay him for it. He said, let me use it for free. So as long as YouTube doesn't flag it, we're going to jam out to the Nasty Hooks. Check it out. There's a link below for the Nasty Hooks. Their music is hilarious and good. And just, flip it on in the car. Check out the Nasty Hooks. They got some info, YouTube channel, stuff on Bandcamp. And I also did want to promote something right out of the gate. So next Sunday, a week from yesterday, March 19th, Cody Hughes is taping a comedy special. This is at the Catawba Brewing. Look at the poster at 6 p.m. in Asheville, South Slope, Asheville. Ticket link is below. The reason I promote is Cody is great. I mean, he's one of the top comics in the upstate, in the Carolinas. Extremely talented, but he also is not huge on self-promotion. He kind of, he does promote, but he's kind of one of these guys that doesn't like to be, too in your face about it. He's more modest than he should be because his comedy is outstanding, and it's going to be fantastic. Whoever, I'm sure there'll be a link to watch or buy the special afterwards, but the live taping, want to have people there and make sure it's a good time. So yeah, check it out. I'm going to be driving up there. If you're a Greenville comic, you want to carpool or whatever, come on up, hit me up. We can drive together if I know you and stuff. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I have 3 seats in my car. So anyway, I'm very excited about our guests today. We have a good week of comedy. My guest today, Amelia Nelson. In honor of National Women's Month, we have another lovely lady. Amelia is great. I've known her for some time, since she started comedy, or since I started comedy 2.5 years ago, but we never had a lot of good extended conversations. Or she would say, we never hang out, David. We don't have good conversations. And we kind of just had, in passing, we talk a little bit. But I'm so happy we got to talk for 2 hours today. She is amazing. She's from Marietta, South Carolina, not Georgia. She grew up on a farm. She was a teen mom and now a mother of 5. So she's a hardworking mom and a hardworking comic. She runs a weekly open mic at Sharky's Pub along with Callie Patsafume. That's every Tuesday night downtown Greenville at 8 o'clock. And yeah, I really enjoyed talking to Amelia because, like I said, we didn't talk a lot. We hadn't talked a lot in depth, and Amelia would give me crap for that. She's like, why don't we ever hang out? And I was like, I don't know. We just haven't yet. But we had such a good conversation. We talked about our first impressions of each other. Got to know. We talked a lot about dating, a lot of in-depth talks. This conversation I really, really enjoyed, and we just the 2 hours flew by, and some really interesting about being a mom, lessons she's learned in relationships and dating. Talked about Southern women, why Southern women intimidate me. Amelia shares why you don't want to be the ugliest person walking into a room. Talk about tons of stuff, but really nice conversation. Talked about comedy, talked about young comics getting better, and people we know in the Greenville scene. So a lot of shout outs. But yeah, I think you'll enjoy the interview. And definitely check out Amelia. She's her links are below. Follow her. Check out her mic on Tuesdays. And I hope you enjoy it. All right. Before we get to the interview, though, here's what's going on this week in local comedy, the week of March 13th, 2023. So tonight we have Coffee Underground, hosted by No Expectations Comedy. It's a 7 o'clock show. Comics get there at 6 o'clock or earlier to sign up. Hosted by Travis Thubbin, Craig Holcomb. Tuesday, Sharky's Pub. It's Mike I just mentioned. It's 8 o'clock. Comics sign up at 7:30. Amelia Nelson hosting, along with Callie Patsafume. Also on Tuesday, we have the Art Bar in Columbia. That's an 8:30 show, hosted by Patrick Fowler. Also on Tuesday, we have the Odd in Asheville, hosted by James Herod. That's a 9 o'clock show. On Wednesday, we have Radio Room, hosted by Adam Schulte, 8:30 show. DM Adam for a spot. Also on Tuesday, we have Tom Emmons, Swamp Rabbit Comedy. Open mic at the VFW Post 9273 in Piedmont. 6 p.m. sign up, 6:30 show. Also on Wednesday, we have the Disclaimer Open mic in Asheville at 8 o'clock, hosted by Carrie Goff. Thursday, we have Jokes Out Loud at the Comedy Zone, 8 o'clock show, $10 cover. Sign up for that is every Sunday at 5 o'clock on the Jokes Out Loud Facebook page. This Friday, we have All Jokes Aside at Habiba's Mediterranean Restaurant at 9 o'clock, hosted by Dante Anderson. And this weekend at the Comedy Zone, we have Sean Jones. He's got 2 shows this Friday at 7 and 9, and 2 shows this Saturday at 6 and 9. Tickets available at greenvillecomedyzone.com. And next Sunday, one more shout-out, Cody Hughes Comedy Special Taping. Next Sunday, 6 o'clock at Catawba Brewing. 6 p.m., South Slope, Asheville. Ticket link below. Watch Cody along with James Herod and Marlene Thompson, who are opening for him. That'll be lit. All right, whatever. Anyway, that's it for local comedy. I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you enjoy my interview with Amelia Nelson. Here it is. Okay, we're starting with the mic.
Okay. We're talking about
Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber. And being dumb as a kid and watching it and thinking it's the best movie ever, and then realizing like all the sexual stuff in it.
It is the best movie ever.
It is the best movie.
Wait. So when you were a kid, you didn't know the scene where... spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Dumb and Dumber since 1993. If
you haven't seen it,
30 years, I think.
That makes me feel so fucking old.
Yeah, I know, me too. Yeah, that was one of my favorites. But the scene when Mary Swanson, he's dreaming about her taking off her top.
Yeah, her bra.
And there's
boobies.
blinking lights. You didn't know that was...
I didn't. It didn't occur to me that it was like a sexual thing.
Really?
No. I guess I was a late bloomer sexually. Yeah.
Blink.
Yeah, but I didn't get it.
You were a late bloomer sexually, huh?
No, obviously not. I thought, like, in my head, like, that time, but when it happened, then no, obviously. Because I was teen mom.
Yes, teen mom.
Teen
That's
mom.
great. Well, before we get into all that, Amelia Nelson.
Nelson, yes.
Now Nelson. I always think of you as Amelia Maccabee first.
I know. I don't know. I feel like someone said something the other night that I thought was pretty cool. They said, "Ooh, Amelia put you in a full Nelson." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then I was like, "Oh, I've heard of that, but I didn't."
Who made that joke?
I don't know. Some dude they were calling the Rat Man.
Oh, was it a comedy thing?
Yeah, at Asheville Music Hall.
Asheville Music Hall?
Yeah, you actually seen him go up. He was talking about Ratatouille or something. He's like, you should say put him in a full Nelson.
Give it up for Amelia. Put him in a full Nelson.
I was like, is that like a headlock thing?
I think it's like a wrestling move.
Isn't it like a leg, like where they wrap?
I don't know. Something like that.
I never got into that.
You know, Jake Manning's like a professional wrestler.
He would know. So.
Are you violent?
Me?
Yeah. You ever put anybody in a headlock?
No.
No?
I've punched somebody, though.
Oh.
I've slapped somebody.
You strike me as somebody you wouldn't want to get on their bad side.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because I'm like redneck white trash partially and I talk about that? Is it that?
No.
I've been told I'm not intimidating at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What makes me intimidating?
Well,
That's what I need to know.
Maybe it's to me in particular because I'm afraid of Southern women.
Oh, you bold peanuts.
Bold. Bold. Bold.
No. So all Southern women intimidate you?
No, but like a lot of them have like, I don't know. They're very strong. They're very like, and I think they think I'm stupid. And I just get afraid that they're like just judging me passively.
No, we think Southern men are stupid.
What do Southern women think of guys from the Midwest? Dumb.
Are you referring to yourself?
Yes.
No.
Kinda.
Are you asking me what I think about you? Because we've never had really any personal conversations or whatever. Actually, it's funny. I actually told some people, and this is downplaying myself a bit, but I said, I don't really feel that smart because like really all I am is a mom. And I was like, it was crazy listening to you, and your comedy has gotten so much better since I met you. I was laughing. I was like, wow, give David some fucking credit. He's funny.
It was horrible.
No.
Thank you for saying that.
No, it was
Thank
really
you so
good.
much for saying that. That's
I
very
enjoyed
sweet.
it. And even making fun of the South, I was like, that is so true.
It's meant to be playful. I don't actually dislike any Southern people.
I do. My family.
Yeah. Well, some I'm sure there's some Southern people that suck, but I don't want to be like borderline or like prejudiced across the board.
No, you're allowed to be.
But I did want to return the compliment. We just hung out last night at Asheville Music Hall. Or I saw you.
Did we
there.
hang out?
God damn it.
We were in passing. We were not hanging out. Okay.
Oh.
It's not hanging out.
Do you want to hang out more?
I don't have much to do. So normally, like, plans got canceled. Love you, Callie. Love you, Cassandra.
Mm-hmm.
But you ditched me. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right. Well, what I was going to say, though, you went up right before me last night. And
I know. I was scared.
Were you scared?
I'm sober now.
Congratulations on being sober.
And I wasn't high. So that was even more scary.
But you did fantastic.
You think?
I know. Yeah, I know.
So I don't eat shit. Look, David said I don't eat shit. So if you've seen me eat shit,
I mean,
just like
you said, you've seen my comedy get better. Like I've seen your comedy get better.
Yeah.
Like I, but same thing. You host, and also a good shout out. Good time to shout this out. But Sharky's, the new female hosted open mic on Tuesday nights. You're one of the hosts there. You were high that night?
I was stoned.
When I
forgot to tell my name. I was like, oh.
When I saw you host there, I was like, wow.
You think?
Mm-hmm. And the thing that impressed me about your stage presence and everything was how calm you seemed. How very calm, very chill, moving through the jokes.
Oh, thank
punchlines,
you.
and like, even, I don't want to spoil any jokes, but.
What is your favorite ones? Is it because I named my vagina Margaret?
Well, that was yeah. Naming your vagina.
Mature.
Did not. It was very funny, and it did not come across like, oh my god, like it was.
No?
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, very relatable. I saw there was when you talked about being a mom, there was another mom sitting, and I saw her perk up, and everybody, everybody enjoyed your set, and I think I was impressed because it's not easy at that Asheville Music Hall. You went third. And I went fourth. Mm-hmm. And those early spots are not easy because people are just coming in.
Confused.
Mm-hmm. That's a fantastic mic, and it's actually really fun. I hope you get to come back.
I've done it several times.
Yeah, you have.
Mm-hmm. I talked about my butthole.
Did you, when you've gone up the other times, where were you in the lineup? Were you in the heart of it? Because if you go up in the middle of that lineup, it is great.
Yeah, I've got some of my best sets recorded there.
Yeah.
So I love going up there. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that Greenville sucks or anything like that, but for me personally, I feel like it's harder. I think what it is because when I'm in Greenville and it's hometown, I'm just like, I'm going to try new stuff. I'm going to practice. And then when I go out of town, I'm like, I'm going to use like my big hitters and refine it. So the people's like, oh, she's really funny. Like getting off stage and having Hillary be like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this made me feel really good.
Absolutely.
And then like you said that meant a lot. And then even Alexis was like, yeah, good job. And I was like, I'm not a loser.
No, of course not.
So
of course not. Yeah. And it's definitely come a long way, I think.
Yes. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of you. I've seen people get better, even the newbies and everybody, and it's nice to see growth.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Who's your favorite newbie?
Favorite newbie? there's always an interesting thing about new people. The dude that I don't even know what was Will what was it?
Will Kelly?
No. The doctor that was there at Sharky's.
Will Kelly is a doctor.
Yeah, he is a doctor too. But
There's another
Will.
doctor named Will.
You seen him go up at Sharky's at the very end, and he had a really good. Never.
Oh, that guy. He had the long hair.
If
he was friends
he's
with.
going to be fun to watch if he does do it.
Is he friends with Jill? Who's he friends
No, Meredith.
with? Meredith. Yeah,
Meredith.
that's right.
I love Meredith too. She has some good stuff.
Yeah. Meredith is a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She's
great.
so funny.
Yeah. Some of her stuff that she was telling me about herself. Sorry, Meredith. And I was like, really like took him back because I have some health problems, but she had some. I was like, that is fucking crazy.
Yeah, because Meredith.
Yeah.
Does she have other health problems beyond she's legally blind?
Mm-hmm. But she had a stroke.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She was only like 11 or 12. And she
Okay.
said she had some vascular stuff going on in her head and that built up pressure.
Yeah.
And then it burst.
Mm-hmm.
So she went in a coma or something. And she had to that's what made her go blind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you're a fucking walking legend.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking crazy.
For sure. She's very, I feel like she's very smart.
Very.
And very dry delivery and very
Very smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're very smart. I was listening to you, and like Callie has like this whole like hippie life, and like traveling,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'm not gonna lie, sometimes like some of the shit she's saying, and then I'll hear Meredith, and like I know I'm Southern dumb at this point because I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck y'all are saying. I'm just gonna sit over here and go, yep, boiled peanuts.
Yeah.
I just need me some boiled peanuts to suck on while I listen to this conversation. I feel dumb. I mean,
You like those, huh?
yes. And I was not joking. Like, that's completely fine. Like, that it is funny. It is humorous. And you're right about a lot of it and how people are.
I think I told you, I have to confess, I've never actually had them. I've never eaten them.
Are you fucking serious?
No, because they gross me out. I feel like I get the idea,
my
dude.
God, what's
it's
gross?
just peanuts.
No, what's gross is when they put them in Coke? That's fucking nasty.
Oh, well, that's gross.
That is nasty. Have you seen that?
I see them at the gas station with the little scooper, and like you look in that thing, and it's like just been sitting there all day, and like they're just like soggy. Like
No, you got to have them when they're fresh. Because, okay, I grew up on a farm. You didn't know that. So I know everything about everything as far as fruits and veggies. And
Okay.
Yeah. So we also did our boiled peanuts. Big fact.
I bet they were fucking horrible.
No, they were fucking great. My papa always made them the night before, and then he scooped out and threw. And like,
Yeah.
it's so redneck. But we would throw them out for the bears and like
For the bears.
the bears, because you want them big and fat. So if it's season time, you can shoot the bear and then make jerky
Wait, so you lured the bears in with boiled peanuts?
and rotten fruit. Yeah,
Okay. Now I
Gross,
know
right?
bears are dumb.
very
'Cause they
stupid.
like boiled peanuts.
They like boiled peanuts and they like rotten fruit.
No, I'm just...
Yeah,
Wait, so you... Okay.
yeah.
So you shoot the bear...
I didn't shoot the bear.
Was your family scared of bears?
No.
Were they a threat ever to like...
No, my papa would just go out and shoot the gun in the air and they would run off. And
Okay.
sometimes they didn't give a shit. They was like, we're eating, we're here.
Mhm. So is this farm in Marietta? South
Yes,
Carolina?
it
The
is.
infamous Marietta that you reference in your set.
It's horrible.
Not Marietta, Georgia.
No, not. I'm
Which
like,
is-
nope. I wish.
Which is what I instantly thought. every
Everybody
time
thinks that, and that makes the joke work because they think because Marietta is so small and so shitty. No one. If you think of Marietta, you think I'm gonna get drugs from there
Right.
instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And one person at coffee said, "Oh, I know what you're talking about." And they're like, "Yeah, I seen someone who only had a tooth, a
In
tooth,
Marietta, a
yes,
single tooth?
a single tooth."
Wow.
So, and another thing that happened, I think is pretty funny, is I personally feel like I don't sound super Southern, and I don't think that. What is
Not
it, announcing
super.
it? No.
There's a hint.
Yeah,
of it.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not full blown stupid. And and I had this guy who came to me, he was like, I can't understand what you're saying. And you don't like your mouth doesn't move like all the other Southern women. But he was like, but when you really think about it, it's kind of like Shakespeare. I was like, oh, because you're saying that people have to learn how to talk Southern as actors. And he was like trying to play it up. I'm like, no, you're trying to be nice, but you basically called me stupid without saying it. Like, you called me fucking stupid, but it's fine.
How stupid is he if he can't understand you? Your Southern accent is not hard to understand.
I don't think it like was clicking in
And
his
then
head.
he tried to
You're
flip
at
it,
comedy.
No, it's Shakespeare. It's
No, I was like, you're trying to make it sound way prettier
uh-huh.
than what a Southern accent is. But
Mm.
he was like, I can't hear you. I'm like, you can't hear me because there's a band and then there's comedy. Like
Yeah.
you're trying to blame that
This
on
was
an accent.
Was this recent?
Last night.
This was last night?
Yeah.
Which guy said it?
I don't know. I don't remember his name. I suck with names, but he had a bald head and like a hippie hat on. Yeah.
Was he a comic?
No, I don't think he was.
Oh, okay.
There's so many people I
He was
don't
just
really
an
know.
Asheville dude then.
It was an Asheville dude. It's always so funny because there's always some man that's like, oh, can I buy you a drink?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't drink.
Did you see that guy that was standing around us? The Ben. He was an older gentleman with long gray hair and a gray beard. He was very old.
Did he have, they like had short hair. A button up?
Maybe he did have short hair.
But he had the beard and he was white. Like, was it white or gray?
white hair.
White.
Like,
I don't know.
and yeah, he just sidled up and started having conversations about comedy.
That was weird.
And it was cool. I mean, it's
No,
fine. I'll
it was
talk to a guy
creepy.
about it. But
was
as soon as,
creepy.
it's weird as a woman, you know.
It was weird. I seen him. He wasn't like, it was slightly creepy because he wasn't a fucking comic.
Yeah.
So I don't know why
he was lingering with the comic.
yeah, he's like, I'm old. I want to be cool.
Yeah,
I'm just here.
Exactly. It was like that.
I wanted to be weird and be like, can I buy you a beer?
Yeah. That would have made his night. He'd have been like, oh, man. Like, easy. I'm married.
I'll buy
Kids.
you a beer. No.
Yeah. I like talking to people that are curious. And,
Old?
Mm-hmm. Old? Yeah. Dude, I think about old people sometimes. You know? I watched this YouTube video once that
Did you?
talked about... yeah. I watched a lot of YouTube.
Men watch a lot of
I
YouTube.
heard YouTube. You like YouTube?
I don't.
Well, they said this about old people. They interviewed people about what's hard about being old or things they regret or something. And this one guy
Drugs.
was regret the drugs or
Drugs, yes.
they need more drugs. But this one guy was like, he was very unhappy and very bitter. And he said, when you get over a certain age, you are invisible to people.
No, you're
Nobody
not.
cares. Nobody even looks at you. And he looked I was like, bro.
Is that why they fart and they don't give a shit?
Probably. They're just trying to get attention.
And they're like, I don't care.
It's like, yeah, I'll
Whatever.
just shit my pants and see if anybody notices. Fuck the world, dude. Being old
I can
sucks.
shit myself. They make pants for that now.
Yeah. I don't
Briefs.
know.
You can't call them diapers. You got to call them briefs.
Briefs?
Mm-hmm. You'll make them really mad in the nursing home if you call them diapers.
Yeah. I might just shit my pants for attention when I'm old. Well,
You know what? That popped in my head. I'm like going off the deep end. But they was something like road. What was all the back in the day where they would put a bunch of strangers in a house?
Oh, road
Road rules? Is that what it was?
real world?
Real world. And there was like one of the girls that got drunk and actually brought briefs and was like, dare me to pee in it. And they were like, what the fuck? This is what people
She's
do.
like, I brought these for this.
Just to pee in. Like, I'm drunk. Let's get these and piss in them.
That's
I don't fucking
That's
know.
funny. That'd be really devastating if you thought that was a good idea and you're like,
I don't know.
yeah.
That's
I
what
brought these. I'm going to do this cool thing. I'm going to piss.
Would you do it?
No. Well,
If someone paid you, would you do it?
back in my drinking days, I think I would. If somebody paid me, how much?
I don't know.
Would you ever pee in
A pull-up?
a
A diaper? Or brief?
Yeah.
The pull-ups don't make
Would you ever shit a diaper?
No. I would not.
What would it cost?
No. I would not shit. No.
And then you had to like prove that you did it. So
No.
you
DNA.
like have people smell it. Like
Ew. No, that's fucking nasty. David, where did that come from?
you asked me first.
No, these
dude.
conversations are, I don't even know what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
But that's typically like, I was told that I never directly answer a question, that
Yeah.
I veer around it,
Yeah.
but never actually answer it.
Okay. Well, let me see if I.
If
can-
you've not noticed.
Do you think you'll be depressed about getting old?
Fuck yeah, I already am.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
Please. How old are you?
How old do
That's
you think
rude
I
to
am?
ask.
No,
It's rude
no.
to
How
ask.
old do you think I am? That's what women. How old do you think I am?
I
And-
always ask that too. It's a
yeah,
vain
really.
question. I like
Oh, don't
asking
fucking
it.
ask that question. That's don't.
How do you think?
Do you
I
answer
am?
it?
I want you to say younger.
No. Normally people
I
guess
think-
around the correct age. Normally for me, they don't go
30.
Yeah. See, always this, and that's okay because, and no offense to anyone that's younger than that, but you don't know. Like women that are younger don't.
You think younger women are dumb?
No.
It's okay if you.
They're
think
just
so.
not.
Naive.
They're naive and they're not as experienced. And the reason why I say that is because I was a teen mom, and then I planned kids after that. Isn't that funny? But no, it's just like a lot of. That's even so funny. I'm not even saying sexually. That's why I have the joke about the rim job. And it's just like,
They don't know what they're doing sexually.
no, I think they're making themselves come.
Okay.
But I don't think
Women?
they're just like, I
Okay.
think they know what they're doing, but I
Like,
don't.
what do you mean? Like by themselves? Like
Yeah, I think
they got their vibrator game going.
I think you should be able to know what to do without a vibrator. You know, you're like, God, this conversation
no,
went
this
from
is great.
bowl
I
peanuts
just don't want to come across as fucking
perverted.
right.
No, but I'm just
And I
saying,
also
like,
don't
it
always talk
takes
about
growth.
explicit sexual stuff.
Growth stuff. I'm just saying, like, in maturity level all around, like physically, mentally, sexually, it takes time for that growth.
To get to the rim job.
I would never do that on the first date. I would be like, did you shower?
That's really funny. I would never.
I would never
I would
do that.
never do that on the
I have
first,
children.
on the first date. I would say I would make a joke out of that.
I
if
would
were
never
you.
do that. I would
Rim job. I would never do that on
No.
the first date.
never.
Because you expect
That's not
us to say
safe.
never.
That's not a safe way to go.
Eating shit. No.
Exact. No. David, how is this happening? How is these conversations? Have you ever had these conversations on a podcast?
No, I don't think we've ever talked about rim jobs. This is fantastic.
I'm different. I don't know if you've noticed that. A lot of people, if they describe me, they just say you're different, odd, weird.
I'm different.
How did I manage to have
different.
5 kids?
I'm different.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
forget
not.
I forget
Who sings it?
Some like beautiful black woman.
I love how you
different.
slowly
I'm
said that.
different.
Some beautiful black woman.
Yeah, you know, like
You said it
like
so
a
like-
Lizzo type, like a strong, confident. I don't need no man, like Beyonce.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a guy. I don't
Jay-Z
even know.
cheated
I
on
wanna
her.
say it's
Did
a
you know
girl.
that? Jay-Z cheated on her?
No,
How fucking shitty is that? Like, she's super fucking hot and he cheated on her.
dude, guys cheat. It's
Why?
fucking crazy.
They can have like the hottest chick ever and they're just like, you know what?
Yeah.
My penis wants something different.
Yeah. And often the girl that they cheat with is uglier. You know?
It's weird.
David Spade had a bit about this once. And he said that why do guys cheat? Like, why would guys, they have a beautiful woman at home and why would they cheat? Especially with some ugly one. He said, you know, even if you have a steak, prime steak, perfect at home,
want a
sometimes
shitty
you just
cheeseburger?
want a cheeseburger.
Why did I know it was going to be a fucking cheeseburger? Ugh.
I don't know. Maybe it's not a good joke.
No, I get it.
And I'm not
but
condoning it. I think it's very shitty.
You know,
I don't
with-
cheat in relationships. I haven't been in one in a while, but
you know, women, if they're going to cheat, they're going to find a man who is more financially better, stable, with money. It's going to be a money thing for sure.
really,
Yeah. Normally older. Women are probably, if they're going to cheat, they're probably going to, I would assume if they're going to leave their husband or their boyfriend or fiance, it's going to be someone who's more financially stable. Or, and I'm not just saying that, it's going to be because they got tired of repeating themselves and the dude not getting it.
yeah. In fact, yeah. It's interesting, the fidelity thing.
It's different for men and women, I think.
It is, but when women cheat, I almost always blame the dude
Yeah,
because
for sure.
not always. Some women are
Or their
are
family.
crazy. Like I feel like there's some women that are like maybe just there's something not right and they'll cheat.
What, do they get
But,
dropped
like,
as a baby? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. I don't know why.
In the
But there's
South,
some
for
women
sure.
that are just like crazy.
What do you do? What is crazy to you, David? What is crazy?
I don't know, like
Going through your phone
just
when you're
very
asleep?
inconsistent communication. Like they'll be all over the place. Like you talk to them once and they'll be very like animated and full of it, and then you talk to them. They're inconsistent. So then you talk to them again and they're mad at you.
Men are inconsistent. What are you talking about? I'm confused now.
Guys are inconsistent too. I mean like radical swings.
Are you saying she's
And-
bipolar?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm bipolar. What the fuck are you trying to
Are
say?
you?
What are you saying, David?
Amelia.
I am. I have no shame in that.
Oh no, you seem to be, if you are managing it very well.
Yeah.
But
Drugs.
yeah. But well, anyway, what I was going to say is I was going to make a point that favorable to women.
Okay, go ahead.
You honed in on the negative. I guess some women might be, but like most of the time, it seems like if you really like look at the situation, if a woman cheats, it's because the guy wasn't listening,
Correct,
or wasn't attentive to her, or stopped dating her, or And I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I read a lot of relationship books.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not expect that from you.
Why?
I mean, you're smart. Obviously, I think you're smart and everything like that, but I just don't see I don't see men reading books on relationship. That's crazy. So I'm giving a lot of credit that you do.
Well, there's like a couple of things.
Did that.
There's also like this horrible dating and pickup stuff on YouTube where it's more about trying to pick up girls, how to get them to hook up with you.
Yeah, I read
That's
an article that was pretty fucking shitty. I have a joke about it.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. There's a whole pickup community online. I have, I'm embarrassed to say, I have watched some of that. But there's also
David. And I just look over and it says, respect David.
That's a Norm Macdonald tweet.
I know, but it just says respect David.
No, that's not the tone of the thing. It doesn't mean respect David.
That's all I could see, though, and it was funny.
Norm Macdonald tweeted that.
Yes, okay.
And he was saying thank you, basically, because I said I loved your book. And he said respect, David.
And so you were so happy.
It's not like a command.
No, I know, but it was just funny. It worked with what you were, we were
Respect
saying.
me.
Yeah.
No.
So you do read. You have a bunch of books.
Yeah.
You're a reader.
Yeah.
That's good.
Kind of. I don't read through all the books. Do you like to read?
I do, but then I found out about Audible, and I'm a piece of shit, so I listen to books now because I'm lazy.
Fine. You're still getting the information.
Yeah, it's good.
I think so. Because you're still focusing on it. Mm-hmm. I guess actual reading might be better. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't often, I'm not that good at reading through a whole book or reading.
It really has to interest you.
For sure,
But it's way easier just to YouTube it.
Yes, it is.
I figured.
What kind of books do you like?
So funny. I actually listen to parenting books.
Nice.
How not to be a piece of shit parent like my
That's
mother.
Good.
Yeah, like how to I'm not gonna be like I'm a gentle parent, or that sounds bad, but like I try to I'm not reasoning but explain like you're in trouble because you did this.
Yeah.
And so now you have to go sit in your room and think about it. Mm-hmm. And then we'll talk, because kids they can't focus. Mm-hmm. So even I homeschool.
Good for you. Oh my!
Is that a good thing? I
That's
actually
a lot of work.
Had someone say you're one of those. I was like, what is that supposed to mean?
Oh, fuck that. That's just a cheap joke. That's like
you're one of those.
Homeschoolers are no, but homeschooling's fine.
Yeah.
Schools nowadays aren't.
She's gonna be
best.
a comedian.
She's gonna be a comedian. Yeah.
Joke, because
do you homeschool all your kids or just?
No. The last one isn't old enough. Like he's only 4. Mm-hmm. So basically, the basic skills for him is pooping in the toilet, and it's stop shitting your pants, man. And then there's writing his name, trying to understand the alphabet kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then Adeline, she's homeschooled. She's 7. She's bossy. Mm-hmm. And then the other 3 that are older, I actually have one that's gonna be 18 in May. Mm-hmm. That's fucking weird.
Wow. 18.
I would hate to bring her out in public, because old men are going to try to date her and shit.
Yeah.
Like Leonardo.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Don't ask me this.
No, what do you think about that? I need to know, because there's been some hot topics on Facebook.
Okay. I don't care what people say. I love Leonardo DiCaprio.
I love him too.
I think
he's a great actor. I love him to death.
Date whoever he wants, and if he if girls that are beautiful and young want to date him, that's fine.
Money.
I would say money, and symbolically what his status probably.
Isn't the girl he's dating famous as well, or some kind of
She's a model.
Exactly.
I mean, they're all models and stuff. I think, I would
I couldn't say what I would do in that position, but just at
his age, it'd be nice if he settled down, probably.
There's so much plastic surgery in the industry. He could find a woman that was near his age and still just as hot, though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Halle Berry, right? Did I say that? Her fucking name right? I don't know. She's fucking beautiful and older and hot and everything.
I mean, he just needs to like pick a young one and stay with her as she gets older.
He makes himself look shitty because he keeps.
Yeah, do girls
trading
get
them.
offended by that?
Yeah, that's fucking shitty. That's the biggest thing that makes it shitty. Like, for me, this is how I look at it, and you can take it however you want to. Like, age is just a number, but like at the same time, you got to think about it. Like, it would, when you think about it, think of like a 20-year-old dating like a 13-year-old. That age gap, there's like a boundary of like a big ew, you know.
Yeah.
So like, let's say that she was 22 and he was like 30 something. That's like.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the fact that she's only, 18? And he's like 50? That's where it gets weird.
Yeah.
Like, they already have to be like, their brain has to be fully developed. And then I'll be like, okay, that's fine. I don't really care.
When is a girl's brain fully developed?
25.
25.
Everybody's brain is fully, if I'm not mistaken, 25. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So if I'm wrong, whatever. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting because I've gone on dates with girls that are under 25. Hey, I'm in my 30s.
Okay. Now, is this
right.
just because did you know how young they were?
No.
Okay. That's a different thing. If you didn't know how old they were, but at that point, knowing how old they are. Like for me, if I became single right now, and normally I can base it off of if you can actually carry a conversation with someone.
Right.
A lot of the times, a lot of girls have baby face. But sometimes they can look older.
Yeah.
So I can see where that's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
But like once you know, like you kind of got to be like,
yeah.
You know,
the girls I've dated, or you know, on and off, I've met in person, so I didn't know.
Okay.
You know, it's one thing if you're like,
on
the apps and kind of.
I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that.
You can see the age on there, but yeah. And the this particular girl that ended up being, I met her at Sharky's, and yeah,
that's nice.
And she was very professional. She had a career or a job that she was, you know, passionate about. Still is. She's not dead. Like, she's alive.
She's alive.
Yes, and very personable, very mature. And I was like, she's got to be like mid-20s at least.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then on like date 3,
then you find out that she's a lot
she didn't know
younger.
how old I was either, and she didn't care.
Oh.
And but
most women don't care how old the guy is.
Do they not?
No. Not really. No. I wouldn't assume.
At what point is it? This is a self-serving question. At what point is it to where
when your balls would start hanging like off of Jackass and that thing? That would be like, ugh.
So 50?
Yeah, 50.
Okay.
So Leonardo DiCaprio, like your balls are. You know.
Because you know you get insecure about that aging, being single to me. You know, because like once you're married, it's like, whew. I'm in there, you know?
No, it's not.
I got my thing. Well, that's how I envision it.
You think that's how it would be? No, I even said this last night in Asheville. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, like, if you're married or if you're in a relationship or whatever you are. When you go out, you still don't want to be the ugliest person in the room.
Well, for sure.
You know, like you're glad if someone ugly walks in. I mean, that sounds shitty. You don't want to be like the shittiest looking person in the room.
And you're aware of it? You're comparing that?
No, I'm not comparing. I'm just aware that I don't want to be the ugliest person in the room.
Yeah.
That sounds shitty. That sounds very vain. But I mean, as women, you can't say that you don't do it. Just like you're aware if someone walks by and they have a big butt. You know it. You see it. You may not speak it, but you thought it.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Yeah. I'm just getting real.
Yeah.
So I don't know where this topic. I don't know what you're going to be.
Well, that's interesting, you know. But I feel like that though. Okay, I feel like being single, getting older. I'm in my 30s. I'm still single. That is a red flag to
women,
society, women. You know, it's like, well, what's your deal, bro? What are you doing?
Well, you seem to have it together.
Trying, kind of.
Do you?
No, I mean, I don't know. Very busy. I got an appointment with my therapist on Monday to talk about this.
Let us know how that goes, David.
I shouldn't. I talk about my fucking own therapy stuff, but it's, I don't know, just from your perspective, like I assume, like once you get married, it's like, okay, I checked off a big box. Like I am desirable enough to where somebody else said they wanted to spend.
That's
the rest
really
of their
funny
life
when
with
you
me.
say it like that.
Yeah, it's great for guys. It's like for guys, I think it's because there's a whole bunch of dudes that are never getting married that are going to get rejected by women their whole life.
Is it because they're ugly?
Yeah, or just pieces of shit, or
pieces of shit normally can still get
You think?
I was married to one previously, so
okay.
But I was young and dumb.
Mm-hmm.
More hitched than actually wanting to do it, you know.
Yeah.
And like when I got remarried, I wanted to make sure, like 8 years later.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah, it was been a year, so 7 fucking something.
Was your
8.
husband there last night?
No.
Who was that guy?
What guy?
That was with Meredith, and he was
The
like,
bald-headed dude with the hat? Yeah, that was the dude I was talking about that told me I was Southern and he couldn't understand
I thought he
me.
was with you guys.
Yeah, it was weird.
That was the random guy?
He was kind of being creepy.
Oh, shit.
He was the random dude that was kind of standing. He asked me to buy a drink. I'm not saying if you happen to watch this dude, like, but it was just like, whenever you know a woman is married, like, why the fuck are you trying to buy her a drink? I didn't get it. And then he was like, oh, y'all going to drive home? I'm like, yeah, we're driving home.
Yeah.
Like, that was weird. That was a red flag for me. I was like, he might roofie me, kind of. It was weird.
Yeah, when he's trying to like figure out the logistics of your car and
Where do you live?
Where are you going? Where do you
live?
The night tonight? Dude, this is why I don't hit on girls. Like I can't envision anything to say that is not creepy. Actually, could you give me an example of that? How could a guy, not now, but in general, hit on you in a non-creepy way?
I have been...
Just say hi?
Okay.
Just be funny?
There's a way to hit on someone accidentally and not knowing you're doing it. Like, or not even like in a weird way. Let's say have you ever walked into a restaurant and you're aware when people are attractive and they're unattractive? Before you even have a conversation with someone, body language and eye contact alone will tell you if it was an accidental like look, you know, making eye contact.
Yeah.
Or that like, you know, with like they're like into you.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you can feel the focus of somebody's gaze.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking, that's yeah. Just a look is kind of intense.
And like I'm married, but like I still get that sometimes, and like respectfully, like yeah, they're good looking, but that can be a key sign if you're single. That is, to me, initially kind of like a compliment.
Yeah.
Without no words exchanged.
Yeah. Because what I'll sometimes do is I'll see a beautiful girl and I'll notice and then I'll try not to look too much, and then sometimes like we'll make
eye contact and she knows you know that she's hot.
Yeah.
And that's a compliment because she was like confidence boost.
Yeah.
I look
but
good.
then from there I'll kind of like look away, and then I'll be like,
you don't want to be creepy.
I can't envision myself walking over there.
Really? It can't be that hard. Like, I don't know personally because
it's the scariest thing in the world to me. But
really, David.
Yeah. And it wasn't. I mean, this is why alcohol was hugely helpful before I quit.
I can believe that for sure.
Yeah. Because when alcohol is involved, it's just like, yeah.
You're
whatever.
relaxed.
You're just like, fuck it. And I'm still pretty relaxed in general, but, you know, getting over that.
Yeah, I mean, I could get that. I don't really know what it would be like when I, like...
And it's a turn off, too, if a guy's not confident enough to do that, because it's like, oh, well, he's too much of a pussy to walk over, then he probably isn't worthy of my time or attention, you know?
I don't think that.
Well...
But I don't know, because I haven't been single in so long, so I don't know how that dating... I don't know how that works. Like, I wouldn't... The first thing, like, I've heard some... Like, there's so many weird websites out there.
Yeah.
That I've heard of, and I'm just like, that's ew.
Well, here's what I think it could be. Like, I think you kind of need, like, a natural way for the ice to get broken, where you're, like, happen to be standing in the same area.
Yeah, I don't
like,
think a dating app is the way.
Dating app isn't. But I just mean at the
weird.
bar scenario where there's, like, a girl and a guy far away, two single people.
Yeah.
Just walking up cold could be awkward. Because she's going to be like, oh, like...
Another one of these?
Another one of these.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but if you have
know.
like a natural way to break the ice, and then you just say, ask a question about her, and if she talks, great. If not,
don't ever
bounce.
you look like somebody I know.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
That's fucking stupid.
Don't do that.
Don't
That's
do that.
dumb. What are some other dumb pickup lines you've gotten?
I don't know. Now, I'm not going to say that when I drank, I didn't do this. If there's someone and you're with a group of girls and there's some idiot who's like, oh, put it on my tab. Fuck yeah, I'll put it on your tab.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, oh, thank you so much. That's so nice. Whatever. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, who else wants a drink?
Yeah. Just rang up this idiot's
Yeah,
tab.
you're fucking stupid. But
I think there's a difference too. You can tell if they're trying to do it to like get credit for buying you the drink, or if they're just being nice.
no, it's normally.
Is it always the same? You think?
Because
Like you can put it on my tab. If you said it like that, or if you said, "Oh, put hers on mine."
I don't know.
I think
Either
the second
way,
one is creepy.
yeah. I don't know. Or another thing is, don't touch a female without like. I don't know you. Like, why are you touching me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, even if it's just like a normal touch, it's
100%.
still it's weird.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if like a female just came up to you and like groped you. You'd probably like, I'd love that. That'd be great. That's excellent. Do it again.
Even that would kind of weird me out. I'd be like, bro.
Would you bro her?
Bruh. You just
What are you doing?
You just grab my dick. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I would not know what to do. So being in the scenario of a single man or single
It's all
female
about
right now,
confidence too. It's almost like being on stage. Like if you're confident with it and you're
it
like,
flows.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be weird unless you make it weird. Don't make it weird.
Yeah. I think a lot of people make
Don't
it
overthink
weird.
Don't make it weird, dude.
I didn't make it. That's one thing I tried after like my failed marriage and like going attempting dates, which were people like, oh, I'm going to send you this person or like PMing on Facebook and then like meeting like all horrible, all very
Yeah.
horrible. And then it just made me go, whenever this person, like literally the dude I'm with now came to my house, I was just like in my PJs. I was like, hey, what's up? I got some movies. I'm broke. We have DVDs.
Come over.
Yeah. And it was just like,
That was how the ball got rolling
Yeah.
on your current husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
That's so cool.
you think it's cool?
Yeah.
I was
Chill in your PJs watching DVDs.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I want.
It was pretty chill, and
Yeah.
like he was very nervous. Like you have a
That's-
nervous, you don't have a nervous tick, but you have a tick where you twirl your hair. You know that?
Yeah.
And my husband's is his knees. Like he like shakes his knees back and forth. So like our first kiss, I was like, and it sounds so Sweet Home Alabama. Was you can kiss me if you want to. And I'm not making that up. That's for real. And I was sitting in his car, driving his car. I don't remember why, but for
That's
some
cute.
reason I had
That's
his car.
very cute. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we don't have like disagreements and stuff. And that's the one thing I can say in a relationship. Like I say communication is key. Like one, like respect like the boundary, like when you're speaking to each other, like have a mellow tone and listen to them. Like people, like I can't change how you feel or you think or your opinions, but I try to be understanding of them.
Right.
So like there's some things like everybody's like, oh, we don't arc, everything's perfect, he does everything. No, the fuck he doesn't. Shut up. So like when there's things about me, like how I tick, I'm very organized and I'm like always 3 steps ahead. He's more calm, chill.
Yeah.
And like he's like it's not going anywhere kind of like vibes.
Yeah, so he's a calming presence to you.
Yeah.
Then.
And well, not all the time, but I'm like,
But that
we try to like not changing anything about your spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, but it's more like you have to realize that if you're gonna make it work, you need to realize that how he is in certain ways of being chill and not like uptight with cleaning and stuff, and you just kind of have to go, that's how they are. That's how they're always going to be. You can't change that. You're not going to be able to fix that.
Right. I mean, they can do better. They can try and meet you somewhere.
Yeah, they can like meet.
They're never going to be as organized as you are. We're
Correct.
We're going to always fuck up. So.
Yeah, for sure.
But
And
I
then
think being
some
that-
women are sloppy too, like messy. That's a bad word to use. But like some females are more messy and dysfunctional than men too. So it's not just men that are.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Serious conversation.
Did you think that? No, I like this. This is
Yeah.
amazing. I kind of like the. You said he was nervous to.
Very
to
nervous.
I think that's kind of endearing. It's not great to be nervous, but if I'm picturing as a woman, like I'd rather have the guy be nervous, I think, than be like hyper aggressive.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That's a big turn off. Especially like if you're so like aggressive to want to kiss that like your teeth at my teeth, like ew. I had a date like that and I was like, this is instantly
Dude, a teeth collision?
Yes, like just like not like so.
Oh man.
I'm like, we're waiting.
He's like, holy shit, it's happening.
I'm gonna kiss you. I'm gonna headbutt you. I was like, this is not worth my time. Like there has to be like some kind of like yin and yang to it.
Yeah.
Now my husband is younger than me. He doesn't
Yeah,
look
that's
it.
interesting.
Yeah. A lot of people's like, how like you're robbing the cradle. I'm like, dude, like
That's badass.
Like, I was
Go, girl.
weird. I had 3 kids and
Mm-hmm.
I was going through a divorce and got in a relationship. Yeah.
Dude, love, you find love whenever it happens. That's
So
not a bad thing.
I thought it was weird him being younger, wanting to be like, what would you like? Okay, you right now,
Mm-hmm.
if you met a woman and she had 3 kids, would you be like, yeah, I'm ready to be daddy?
No.
Exactly. There's some men that are instantly going to say no.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some men that are ready for that. And other men want to be like the only
Yeah.
dad. And it, I get that. Because me personally, as a female, if I would have got with a man that already had kids, I'd be like, I can't fucking do this.
Yeah.
Because I can barely like handle my own shit with kids.
Yeah. I mean, I hadn't even wrapped my head around that. Like, I don't know. Not that
A lot of seriousness.
part of it is like
He said no.
I
Instantly.
said no. That
You
was my-
instantly. You
I
didn't even
know,
think.
that
He was like,
my
no.
That was my honest answer. I
But
don't
that's
really
good.
know why it's my honest answer. Probably because there's a lot of stuff that I'm like doing, like.
But you also want your own
comedy-wise and-
spawn.
What's
Is
that?
like you want your own kid without.
But
that
yeah,
makes.
potentially though. I think I could love somebody else's kid. I mean, I don't know. It's easy for me to say.
You're talking
I've
about
heard-
right in this moment. You couldn't do it. Is what you're saying. So you
Correct.
instantly said no. It's not like something that's a never no.
But yeah, I'm just
Okay.
very like we
'Cause I was kinda
do
asshole,
comedy
like-
a lot. I mean, every night of the week doing comedy,
I get it. Yeah.
and
I'm here right now.
like fitting a relationship in, let alone is
It's hard.
It's a lot to fit in, and that's part of what's hard about like going on dates, hanging out. Like I don't have time.
I get
Weekends I
that.
do though. That's kind
Yeah.
of bullshit.
Are you bullshitting?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm. I got it. You were kind of like circle. You're in the what you were saying.
Yeah. I know.
No, but it is hard. It is
yeah, and
hard.
adding kids into the mix. If I was meeting a girl with kids, it'd be even tougher. So.
Me being a mom makes it really hard for comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like big time.
For sure. How do you? Yeah. How many nights can you get out with the kids?
So when I was trying to explain to you, you said I don't understand the days for the podcast. What does that mean? And I said it's because I have to have a sitter, and I don't have a sitter, so it's basically my husband who is going to be watching the kids.
Yeah.
So
that was unfair of me. I gave you.
Yeah,
crap,
you're like
'cause we
what?
scheduled this a while back, and then we had to cancel twice.
Yeah, I am really shitty with like times management sometimes, but then also like making sure everything's functional because like shit can happen with kids. Like
5 kids.
yeah, well, my oldest 3 don't live with me.
Okay.
Which a lot of people think that's like, oh, you're shitty mom. No, they got old enough they want to live with their dad.
Mm-hmm.
Try to be like fair and reason. It's the house that we bought together. They grew up in, and that's where they want to continue going to the same school. So it was fair.
Yeah.
But like next weekend, me and my 16, 17, and well, he's 13. Yeah. We're going to go go to Society and get some food or like
Absolutely.
crepes or something
So
like
you
that.
get to see them every other.
Whenever they want to chill.
Whenever they want to chill. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. Divorce. You think, and we don't have to go into this, but I
No,
I think it's
I'm an
interesting.
open book for real.
Yeah, well, I like talking about stuff like this because when I, growing up, I came from a very strict evangelical household, and divorce was like, oh no, that never
No.
happens. And
Like that's my grandparents.
and it's the real world. Like it does happen, and we never talked about stuff like that and my parents are still together. It's great, but
Is it?
also like, I think so. You met my dad.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's a good guy, and my mom is so sweet, and they're happy, but when one of my aunts and uncles got divorced, you wouldn't believe how dysfunctional the communication was. Like people took sides in our extended family, like the aunts and uncles, and like everybody wanted to blame my uncle because they're like he's an asshole, or like 2 of the sets of parents blamed him,
Yeah.
and then like my grandparents were on my uncle's side, and then there was another set of aunts and uncles that were on
Yeah.
his side. And it was like the communication was really weird, and like
Well, being in the
people
South,
couldn't
it
be
makes it even
normal around
worse.
Each other. This was up north, so Michigan
Wow.
happens too. So the South, it happens like that.
Well,
People form
basically-
little cliques, and like it gets real fucking.
Yeah, because like in the South, there's like you would refer it to the hens in the kitchen clucking, which is a
Yeah.
typical thing for women. Like when you have gatherings, like a big thing in the South is always getting together and having fucking cookouts and
Yeah.
all this stuff. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
But like my nanny, like I'm like she was married for a long time, but she had a very crappy marriage, and she is just like, I'm not lying, like she was like, submit yourself to your husband and like make sure his belly's full and his tank is empty. And like, so like it's just like I was very like almost like worshiping the man, and like eventually
Right, it can get too much.
Yeah, and like she
I mean,
would
I
just,
think those are nice things, preparing meals and stuff, but like to a point.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you had like it was very weird. I got divorced. I was super young, and it was a very horrible divorce. Still to this day, like I can't be around him like at all. But like it happens, and yes, like my ex-in-laws were like, grass isn't greener on the other side. I'm like, actually it is. Like,
yeah, it's way better out of that marriage.
It was horrible. So I feel like if anybody in a relationship is just like, it's that bad, like regardless of like what your family thinks or what you should do or what they're taught, probably is wrong, honestly. Like you have to like think about your own like mental like that state.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, the cattiness and the things that are like very immature, I think in hindsight, it's so funny because that same situation, you know, it's been years since that divorce happened, and now like I just saw everybody on Christmas, everybody's, you know, peacefully coexisted, and it's like, you know, how silly was it that there was that type of drama around that? Like the life goes on. I mean, I think it's way more mature to be able to be like, you know, to be pragmatic about it,
well, you can't change anything in the past. That's the biggest. You can't change it.
Right. And
at all.
I don't think, and I love my whole family. I don't mean to be negative about that episode of time because they're all amazing.
But it happened. It's real.
Yeah,
and that's,
it did happen.
Yeah, it's a normal thing that
it's just to me evidence of some of the, you know, like, because there was always this thing where it's like this pressure to maintain the pristine image, this bubble. We're a perfect little family. We're all happy. But shit happens, you know?
Oh, you mean like the...
Like all the... I'm talking about my extended family. And,
okay.
And like it's this perfect Christian like compound almost. Like this, not a cult, but like everybody...
It's a cult.
Everything's great. But, you know, then somebody gets in trouble. Somebody gets a DUI. You know? What are we going to do? Alcohol's not right. Like, whoa, like, are we going to be all weird now? Are we going to, you know, not be able to fucking talk about this like adults?
Yeah.
Or like somebody, you know, gets pregnant. Like, you know.
Are you religious?
You know, I think, you know.
I'm getting a lot of religion around this and like the perfection. You know what I'm talking about on Facebook. Everybody's got like the matching outfits and the embroidered shit on their kids' stuff. And
organized religion, I'm not as... I used to go to church all the time.
I grew up in church too, yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in church, yeah.
Nazarene.
What is that about? What describes
once
that?
You're saved, you're not always saved.
Ooh.
And you kneel. Ooh. You had to kneel, and you weren't allowed to wear...
that guilt on you.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to wear anything but dresses.
Okay. That's kind of a nice tradition, though.
Yeah.
I like girls in dresses. They look very nice.
No, they were like you know what I'm talking about. They had the bib. We had the bibs back in the day.
Bibs?
The bibs. You know what I'm talking about? And like the curtain like dresses. They were so ugly.
That's a lot.
But no, that was, and I'm not saying that I'm not religious, but I'm not religious at the same time.
I would put myself in the same category.
I can't put it in that area of like agnostic or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's possibilities. Like, is there aliens? Could you be an alien? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Yeah. You know, and maybe we are all aliens.
Yeah.
And we don't know it. You know. Yeah. And then there's
we kind of feel like we are aliens because
for
like,
real,
we're different than the other animals for sure.
And so there's that, and then I just think like there's a lot more out there that we don't know because we're always discovering new stuff all the time, and like planets, and one planet isn't a planet now.
Yeah.
So there's just
that kind of makes me uncomfortable too. Yeah, to lock yourself into a framework of tenets that you're going to believe and rules you're going to follow. I like to the letter. When everything is kind of, we're learning so much new things constantly.
Do you believe in purgatory? A lot of people believe purgatory is like right now, like this is it.
Oh, that's an interesting theory. That's a very interesting theory. Have you ever seen the show Lost?
No.
Okay. Well, the plane crashes and they're on an island together. And I
Okay.
think that was an image of purgatory, if I'm remembering how it ended. Spoiler alert.
I believe like purgatory is like a big waiting room after you die.
Yeah.
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 Like I'm going to be able to chill like when I die, like Tupac and fucking Betty White.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean, here's the thing. I think hell exists on Earth.
For sure. I believe that too.
People are in their own personal hells
Yeah.
every day, and you see it. You see it in their eyes. You see it like just unhappy people. Like I don't know. When I got sober, I started to really kind of be off put sometimes when I'd be at a bar, because I still go to bars a lot. We all hang out at bars, and it's fun.
That's why you see me eating ice.
Yeah, eat nice.
So I
You
don't
can smoke
drink.
a little Delta 8.
Yeah, so I don't, and a lot of people is like, why are you eating ice? And I know it's annoying because I
Yeah.
see people eating ice. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I do it, but it's like an oral fixation that we have, like smoking. So you have to do something so you're not doing that behavior.
Yeah.
So mine's eating ice like a weirdo.
Yeah. But you see people at bars that, like, if they're drinking alone and they're lonely, and it feels like they're lonely, and you're like, man, that seems like a personal hell.
Yeah.
And
I've
like, to
seen
me,
it.
the answer to that is like, well, if that person could connect with another human, I'm not saying you have to go up to every lonely stranger at a bar
Yeah.
and make friends with them, but like, if you could love somebody like that, and then they form a friendship, and
Yeah.
they have more things
To be
going,
kind to
that's
everybody.
that's like a slice of heaven to me, is like the other side of that. It's
Yeah.
like real friendships, loving other people, having fun.
Oh, David, you
like-
sound so sincerely kind person.
What?
I'm not gonna lie.
Ah.
Okay, you said I was intimidating, Southern woman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you met me, most people don't know that I was married, had a fiance, or had children. So I don't know how people perceive me before they know that.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to not have the judgment of people, like when you're saying you see someone at the bar, right? To have like a shitty judgment of people and always
Yeah.
try to be kind. But there's still this part in my head that works like all other humans, and we have a perception of people of some shittiness to them or in question.
Yeah, and the person may not even be shitty that I'm describing. I don't want to say that, but like if I feel like they might be deeply unhappy if they're
You just see,
alone and drinking at a bar by
Yeah,
themselves.
for sure.
Or
That they're definitely when you think about who just goes to they're like, oh, it's Wednesday night, let's go to the fucking pub and let's throw back 6 beers.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Even if I was single, I wouldn't want to do that.
Right.
That would be weird.
right. For
And
sure.
and sober, I still think of that as being sad.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, but those are some of my favorite times. It's so funny, like, as being sober, but like still going out to bars.
So you do intentionally talk to people that you see like that?
Not always. No.
No?
No.
But you
not
think about
always.
it?
I notice.
Okay.
Um.
He has a kind soul.
No. I'm very shitty in other areas for sure. But like karaoke, I freaking love that. That's why I love stand up too. When you
Yep.
see people brave enough to go up and try and make other people laugh,
Yeah.
or sing, like you're doing something. Like
I suck at
people
singing.
Don't want to do that.
No.
People don't want to fucking
I love doing it.
yeah.
I love doing Spice Girls and like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Yeah.
If you see
And
me
people
do
are
one,
having a good time and
yeah.
enjoying themselves, and because you're putting yourself out there, I'm like, or dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing's great because people don't want to dance. Like, you ever see people that like are too afraid to, or they'll be uncomfortable.
No, I
But
love
if
dancing.
You're just like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're free. You're
Yeah, free spirit. Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you're free.
I really don't
So, like,
honestly.
shit like that to me is like
People
the
caring
good
what people
side
think.
to care what you. Yeah,
People
exactly.
caring what they're going to think about you.
Exactly.
I think that's a big thing. Like I get in my head sometimes worrying if people, a very small part of me. And that's a part I feel like people need to realize, like, are they in your life every day enough that it doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
that if you made a fool of yourself,
Right.
that you had a good time with your friends and
Yeah.
you were just living. Same like I try to do with being honest about who you are, where you're from, if you have like any mental illness or anything. I'm not saying give your life story, but I'm saying that it's normalize it
Yeah.
and not to be ashamed about it. And when
For
you
sure.
are in the public, not worrying so much about what these people think.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like live in the moment. Like you're not going to get it back.
Right. For sure.
So that was one thing for me, having like an eating disorder and stuff, like for the longest time, and becoming a mom, carrying like, oh, you know, I can't wear this bathing suit because people are going to look at me. And I'm like, I've just like, I can't, like karaoke, comedy.
For sure.
Let's say if you
Those
ate
are
shit.
just exercises of giving less of a fuck.
Yeah, like give no fucks.
And if you can get to that place, it's so crazy how
It's
much
freedom.
better your life. It's freedom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your life is better.
That is freedom.
So it's a complicated question, you know, about the religion thing. Like where do we believe? Like to me, the process of giving less of a shit about stuff feels religious. As weird as that sounds, as grandiose as that sounds.
No.
Because it's like, because it's made my life so much better in a real way that it's like, wow, you know.
But you didn't stop drinking for religion. You started drinking for yourself, the health, mentally, like your overall well-being.
That was the biggest irony.
Yeah.
I didn't quit because of somebody told me not
Exactly.
to. I quit because my life was so bad.
Yeah, but
while
that
drinking.
is your own wake up and your freedom right there.
Right.
Without religion, to me. Feel
Right,
like
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, religion, I don't freaking know. I don't want to say this, but this is a cynical thought, but it's like religion kind of keeps people sane from the standpoint of if you're a lot of other areas of your life are like in a bad spot or you're unhappy about your job.
I think it's a guide.
It can like be like, oh, I'm going to church on Sunday, and you can give that burden to a higher power.
I mean, I get that, but sometimes, like, you know, you can do that without going to church.
Absolutely.
You don't
Absolutely.
have to be there with people, and it's almost like when you go to church from experiences, it's like you have to get this approval from those people in the church of worthiness.
Yeah.
In a sense, when you think about it.
Yeah.
So I think, like, as far as freedom and beliefs and how you live, you internally know when you're doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
You even internally know when your thought process is wrong.
Yeah.
So that's, you don't necessarily need that. You need a good group of people, and you need to put yourself around people that are going to inspire you and give you growth, not that are going to keep you stagnant.
Yeah.
That's
Who's
how I
that
look
for
at
you?
it.
Do you find that in other comedians?
And anybody that I have that I became close friends with in comedy that I speak to on a regular basis, it's one, that I trust them, two, that I want to see them, them to have growth. I try not to give too much advice on anything, because I'm not walking in their shoes.
For sure.
But I can't say like like Chris Wilson. He fucking he's inspiring. Like, he's fucking funny as shit. And like, even with his hardships, like, he's positive.
Yeah.
You don't hardly ever see him very down and expressing that, like, to just openly.
I see him down sometimes.
Yeah, but he's not, like, he's always positive to you.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. And to be positive in the face of Chris Wilson, shout out. He's one of the funniest fucking dudes.
I know. Just naturally 24/7 funny.
And he's got cerebral palsy.
Yep.
And he's but he's just a stud, you know? And I'm proud of Chris because, like, you mentioned comics getting better. I mean, Chris was always very funny, but I remember when he started, and, you know, because, like, if you have, you know, a disability and and a lot of your time is spent at home, and you're not, like, for him to be like putting himself out there and on stage and killing, and just like, people don't, once you do, people don't even see you the same way. Like, he's somebody to, you know, be admired and everything. And
he's somebody that I like to have as a friend and keep around. Adam,
very encouraging too. He's personally encouraging to you as a friend.
Yeah.
Adam too.
Adam,
good egg.
He has that attitude that a lot of people need to have sometimes, you know. And it's his honest that he has on stage. I enjoy
His honesty.
Yeah.
For sure, dude. I saw him on Monday. Were you there on Monday at Coffee? I can't remember if you saw his set.
No, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. I can't keep up with the days being a mom. I'm like, I don't even know.
But Adam was on stage, and he his I don't know, his beard was looking extra long, and he just looked like he had a freaking day, dude. Like, he looked,
he was done.
And he went up there and was just like, venting about something, and it was great. I mean, he did great, and he just looked like a beaten man, and just had to get some things off, and wasn't inhibited or like worried about the set going any particular way. And I really enjoyed his authenticity.
Yeah.
But anyway, what were we talking about?
We've like ran around the world.
Yeah.
We went through dating and religion and
Yeah.
I don't even know what. You definitely got a lot to what you want to clip in and out at this point.
Yeah. No, I don't want to. I mean, we need to stop. We're just.
So this is the first time David has actually got to actually have serious conversations with me.
Yeah.
So I'm not so stupid as a Southern woman, right?
Dude, no.
Not at all. I'm kind of interesting.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm not all like shits and
absolutely.
giggles. So, yeah.
Just because we haven't talked a lot doesn't mean like anything. Like I don't like
No,
your-
like I'm not like, do you really want to know what I kind of thought about you?
Yeah.
Obviously David is attractive. And he has a good job, but I kind of like, you kind of gave me douchey vibes.
Yeah.
You said, yeah. Have you ever heard that before?
I don't know, but
Not
I don't think people say you're a douche to your face.
No, I mean, I'm like really, when I say I'm an open book, so like when I ask people like what they truly thought of me, and then once they find out, like their sincere honesty is like fine because we're human.
You're right.
So that, if that hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. But I'm finding out the more I'm around you and speak to you, like you're very intelligent. You're really cool. You're laid back and you're honest, and you seem to be like really kind. You have a kind soul.
Well, thanks.
If we have souls.
This is so.
I don't know.
Thank you. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, but you can, perception on people changes once you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My perception about you has changed for sure.
You think? He thought I
Yeah.
was a bitch probably, but it's cool.
No,
That's what
I thought you were all over the place when I first met you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well,
Was
I
you
felt
see
like
me
having a
drunk?
conversation with you was hard because it was like,
Scatterbrained.
yeah, a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot.
Not now. That's not my perception of you now.
No, I can hold conversation and everything. It just, sometimes being a mom, like I said, I always have like
Yeah.
everything going on in my head. So sometimes having a conversation, and even when you go back and look at this, you're going to see how I run around things. A lot of that just has to do with bipolar and how my brain works and how we tick as people. So sometimes with the chaotic day that I had, the stress, sometimes makes it hard to like.
Well, the other thing was you had taken a break from comedy too.
Yeah,
So
a lot.
We had met each other, and then there was some breaks, and then and with you having kids and everything. So
I have a health problem
yeah.
that I don't really talk about a whole lot, because I'm like
You
one
wanna
of
talk
those. One of the things for me is like I don't want pity, and then two, like it's like I feel like in life, and I was talking about, you get dealt cards. And like, it's how you're gonna play them. Like, how are you gonna you're gonna like whine and cry because you got a shitty deck of cards over here that you got played. What are you gonna do with them?
Right.
So like for me, my health problem, when I got diagnosed in 2019, I thought to myself, like, this is really fucking shitty. But then my papa, before he died, he told me, he was like, you really love comedy and acting and being funny and who you are, so
When was
pursue
this?
that. My papa,
When did
2019, early,
when
right
he
after.
when he passed away?
Yeah, he had a massive heart attack,
I'm
and he
sorry.
told me that. So after that, I was like, I'm gonna do comedy.
Yeah, this is great. Well, I wanted to talk about this. So this was
Yeah.
this was the reason you started comedy.
And also because my ex-husband told me that I wasn't funny and that I couldn't do anything. So I was going to show him up
And fuck that guy, dude.
Yeah, he told me that was the stereotypical thing for Southern women, that I belonged in barefoot pregnant in the kitchen to him. So when I got out of that relationship, and the guy I'm with now supports me in the things that I want to do.
Right. That's
So that
great.
means me being gone right now and him at home with the kids
Mm-hmm.
but this is what I want to do.
Yeah,
And I'm passionate
that's
about
so
it.
great that he's supportive. So, what did your dad say to you again? Repeat
My
what he
papa,
said.
not my dad.
Papa. Oh, your grandpa.
Papa.
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
I'm
Papa.
an idiot. I'm sorry.
The one that makes the boiled peanuts, or did.
Yeah. Okay.
He told me just to do what is making me happy, and he said that he can see that it makes me happy, so do that. So like when a lot of people say, why do you do comedy, and like at the end of the day, if I went somewhere and performed and it make a buck, if I made the crowd laugh and it made them happy and made me
Yeah.
happy, that's what makes me love comedy.
Right. And you always say that at the end of their sets.
The
You
best
say,
gift I
"The
can give is laughter."
Best gift I can give is laughter.
And that stuck because of him.
Yeah. That's really cool. I didn't know that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's really special. That's a cool reason to do comedy. You know, the reason is not to be famous.
No.
It's not to make money.
No.
Although it'd be nice.
That would be nice. Yes.
It'd be nice. Yeah. Do you want to do it in a bigger
Yeah, I would love
sense?
that. I what I'm trying to do when I do my comedy is what I say on stage. There is a lot of truth to it, brought into my feelings, my emotions, my thoughts, like I said, and I'm hoping that it grabs a crowd of a following that can relate and makes them laugh. Now, I'm very aware, and you're aware of this, that every time you do comedy, you're not going to have someone who gets your comedy and likes your style of comedy.
Yeah.
Just like other comics, I could say that I love Amy Schumer, and you can say she's fucking trash.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing in the comedy community here in Greenville. Like, to be supportive to other people in the comedy scene, no matter what stage they're in or how much growth they've had, is still just to be kind at the end of the day.
Yeah.
For me,
For you. Yeah.
personally.
That's
Because I don't
great.
know what anybody's going through.
Yeah.
So that's, like you said at the bar, kind of in that situation with all people, just to be respectful and kind. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying that I've always been respectful and kind, because I know
Yeah.
deep down I'm kind of a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, it
But-
kind of sounds like lovey-dovey and kumbaya to, make this. Because I try to feel like that too. Like, that's when comedy actually works. When you're thinking about the audience and what you're giving to them instead of like, I got to be funny. Like, it's what I want to be funny. I want to laugh because I want to feel a certain type of way.
I have a question. I'm cutting you off. Finish,
Yeah.
but then I have a question.
No, I mean, that's kind of the point, I guess. I mean, because like, if you think about like, I watch some comics in New York that are like,
I've seen you doing that.
It's
That's
about
cool.
being fucking funny. It's about being funny. Bottom line. And
Yeah.
Just be funny. And you're a machine and you're just doing jokes and you be funny. That's all it's about at the end of the day. But like, funnier you get, you're given a lot too. But like, also, I'm just that type of person. I'm like a sappy kind of philosophical, think about meaning of life stuff. Like, so I conceptualize it. When I do well, it's like because I am giving something and not thinking about me. That's just how I have to trick my brain to do it. I can't just be like just a comic, just grinding it out. So,
Do you write a lot is the question? Because from the time that I started comedy and I had my dips of like nearly bombing, flatlining, you can call it whatever you want to, and I have like this level of rating yourself when you do it, and it can sound really funny, like you ate shit, like you bombed so hard, right? And then like you're like meh,
Yeah.
and then you have like you're okay or decent, and then you have your good, and then you're better than good, then you have your great, and then like you fucking killed, right?
Yeah.
So I always try to like look at how I'm doing comedy that way, but also I'm not saying, however, if you're a comic, how you are doing it is wrong, because you'll figure it out
Right.
and you'll find your voice and who you are.
Yeah.
But I feel like authentically, you should always be yourself on stage. You don't need to be being someone that you're not.
Right. For sure. Yeah, that's 100%. A lot of famous comics have said that. I think it's true. I think it's
Like,
very
you
true.
can't be, if you're writing a joke or if something comes in your head and you jot it down and you work on it and you play it on the stage or open mics, wherever, till you beef it up till it's funny and has those punchlines. A lot of people, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong, but this is personally for myself. A lot of people say you have to write continuously to make comedy funny.
Yeah. Because those jokes and punchlines that you came up with, those are going to kind of get stale eventually. And then, yeah, I do write all the time.
Really?
Well, yeah. I jot stuff down, just things in conversation that happen.
Well, jot them down. Yes. But do you, after that, do you go back and revise and write?
Yeah, I've been doing that lately. I haven't always been great at that. Cody Hughes in Asheville, he's my comedy hero.
He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
great.
hilarious. Just like,
But he also
seems
is a very
natural.
diligent writer. He's a very diligent writer and performer, and he's actually like, shared some of his writing habits of like actually sitting down with it,
Yeah.
and writing. Like I don't think any of us at this local level are good enough to be like, I can write on stage or I can just figure it out. I mean, things happen and you can figure stuff out on stage, but you should actually write. And
No, I'm not saying that I don't write. I do it in a different concept of writing versus, I think.
yeah, how do you do it?
Well, things would come to me. I'd write them down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go over on stage, like just running by. And then let's say happen to on the spot and it makes something funny.
Yeah. If,
Right.
like you notice and react to one particular part.
If I recorded it or I noted it, like when I carry, and I'll put it like a little question mark beside it or
Yeah.
a check.
Yeah.
And then go back and like, okay, this was funny. Keep this.
For sure.
What else could I add to that? What else did I say where I can slide this into a set where it flows?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So that's how I kind of write.
Yeah, 100%. That's definitely.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And it's not continuously writing. Like, another thing's funny. I'm dyslexic. So like sometimes I go back and read stuff and I'm like, I don't even know what that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Challenging.
Continuously. Part of like, I feel like I need to have new stuff to say because there's so many comics we perform in front of that like, I feel like.
You already know what they're going to say?
Well, no, I'm not talking about anybody. I just feel like for myself, like it's fine if you read
You get
new
bored.
jokes. I get bored. 100%.
Okay, yeah, I
I
have
get
to.
bored, and I also feel a little guilty if I do an
The
old
same
joke
shit?
I've done too many times. That's why I like to recycle. Yeah, I feel like, oh, come on, you don't have to laugh at that guy. I know you've heard that a bunch of times.
Yeah.
That's why I hate the boiled peanuts joke because I've done it like.
No, you beefed it up a lot since I'd heard it. And I was like, this is great because I hadn't heard it.
Well, the
You-
reason I did it
yeah.
is because I added a lot to
Yeah.
it. And, yeah.
Like the stuff I did in Asheville. It's basically all been, but
I've heard it before, but you've
refined it.
You've refined it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So,
But it
Yeah.
was learning the practice and writing things down and trying those new little things at like Coffee
Yeah.
Underground and Sharky's and then going, that worked.
yeah, at the
It
open
can work.
mics, I rarely, I mean, I don't know, Comedy Zone sometimes it's a show, it's like a paid show. Like I won't feel as bad doing like jokes I've done before there. That are
No,
like,
for shows, you need to have the stuff that you know that's going to work.
mm-hmm.
You're not going to go up there and just try some.
Yeah, I don't want to bomb it.
No,
Knock
no.
on wood. We're
No.
going tonight, so.
No, not at all.
I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Please
fine.
don't bomb. David, use the boiled peanut joke. We love it.
Ah, no. See, that's funny though. Even the boiled, even jokes that are good can bomb if you don't.
They can.
If your head's not in the right
If
place.
you're not there and like you have that energy and it's almost like they know that you're timid and they know they're waiting for you to fuck up. You can feel that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate that feeling. When I done a show, Chris Crowder, I'm so sorry I disappointed you. I'm very aware of that one. So aware. But the crowd was like, I will say this, like my people, the Southern people that was like trying to discount me on their cheetah fucking sweater. And like, I felt like I don't know. But like, I just like ran through my set. Like nobody, like some old dude in the front was like, how'd you know? Like he was talking. I was like, oh God, no. Like, it was genitalia. Ugh. And it's because I had the joke about how you pick them. So I go to like a pound joke or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. I used you as my 101 Dalmatian, right?
What?
I joke. I name him David.
Why? Why'd
Yeah,
you-
because
after
you're
me?
because you're like a purebred. That's why I try to do it, and I changed it. I was like, that's mean because I didn't know if you ever. No, David.
If I ever what?
Yeah, like
Had a black
you have
relative?
your shit together. Meaning,
Oh my gosh.
sometimes that can
I
be
know
intimidating.
A lot of friends from home that would not agree with you.
No, but it would be okay for Southern
Thank
women.
you.
You
That's
would
such
be
a compliment. Thank
you'd be
you.
intimidating. Is what that means. So like right now with you and how you are, if you dressed yourself up, and you went out, you would be intimidating to a Southern woman unless she's just full of herself. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm intimidating.
Yes, you would be intimidating if you,
But I don't wear stuff like that.
but that's okay that you're being yourself.
Yeah.
So that's
Amelia, you are
perfectly-
so nice. This is like making me very
I made him happy.
Aw.
He's not going to sit at the bar alone tonight and go talk to a stranger. Stranger.
No, we got a crew, bro. We got a.
Yeah,
all the
no.
comics were-
That was great. I actually like fumbled my words on here. Like had to go to speech class again.
Just now?
Yeah,
No,
I
you
couldn't get out
didn't.
stranger.
Ranger.
Yeah, I couldn't get it
I
out.
didn't even notice.
Yeah, it was horrible. I did. I was like, damn, we're flatlining here.
We are?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I
No?
think this conversation's
Do you have,
great.
how long do your conversations normally last on a podcast?
Some go like 2 hours.
Really? Because my husband's like, I was like, it's only gonna be like 30 minutes. He was like, I listen to podcasts and they're like over an hour.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was actually thinking about if I would have had enough time, I was going to go somewhere and Google and find like the hottest wings and shit. And I didn't know about the gummy bears. I was going to find some fucked up shit. I really wanted to slap each other with like on the TikTok and then like take that clip and you load it to your TikTok. I guarantee you that would have got some views.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't.
Can we do that? Can we eventually have a bunch of comments come in here and slap each other with bread?
Well, eventually we're gonna get out of ideas to talk about people.
I
want
wanna
to
do that.
So that was like the start of it. That gummy bear thing that we did.
I want to slap people with some bread.
Yeah.
Me and Callie slap each other? That'd be so fucking fun.
You'd slap each other.
With fucking tortillas.
Yeah.
And laugh. You have to put water in your mouth and you can't spit it out.
Okay, so lay out the challenge for me because I haven't seen this. So it's a tortilla slap with water in your mouth.
Yeah. You put water in your mouth and I put water in my mouth and you slap the other person and they can't spit their water out and then you...
How hard do you slap them with the
I
tortilla?
guess however hard you feel like slapping them, you know?
So what happens on these TikToks? Do people...
It's just funny to watch. It's America. We do some stupid ass
Dude,
shit.
people are so bored. People are so
Slap me with
bored.
bread. I like that.
Oh my gosh. It is really weird the time we're in terms of post-COVID.
Would you ever thought about doing that when you was a kid, slapping someone with bread? My mom would beat my ass. She would beat my ass. I would love to slap my brother with some bread though. That'd be great. Some stale ass bread. Like a
Would you get the bread wet and be like... I feel like that'd be kind of funny if you had like a
it
wet
would be
piece of it just
soggy.
bah, it'd be soggy, and then like the bread would like
stick.
It would stick and then break apart on their face.
Are you? I don't even. Bread and no, David.
Or could you just like bah, like stop it here, and then the bread launches and hits you in the face, and then just
I don't know. Like
I
I'm.
just threw up in my mouth a little.
Did you really?
How did that just happen? Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you have like a stomach bug?
No, I'm good.
You better not.
I'm fine.
I'll fucking kill you, man.
I'm so healthy, dude.
I'm healthy too.
Not at all.
I am actually really healthy.
Yeah, that's good.
You're like, I don't fucking believe you.
I believe you.
Yeah, I really
I
am.
do.
Yeah. I actually tried to.
You're sober.
I am sober.
Yeah.
But have you ever went on a weird diet before?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, I got a rash.
You got a rash?
Yeah. I did. I tried the keto diet, and I.
Oh, God, that's
the
a bunch of
only thing
cheese.
You're allowed to. Yeah, cheese.
Cheese.
The
No
only
bread?
things I was allowed to get. I was so miserable not having carbs. I was like, okay. I went to the Walmart and I got this like off-brand chunky peanut butter that was like this big, and I ate the whole thing in one sitting.
Really? I don't think that that's not how you do keto.
Well.
And then you
yeah,
got a rash?
it
You're
was
allergic
allowed.
to peanuts?
I got a rash.
You're allergic to peanuts?
I think it was a peanut reaction because that was the only thing I had, and it was really bizarre, and it cropped up out of nowhere. And I
Where was the rash?
It was
Near its groin.
Yeah, it was like Oh, it
You
sucked.
were peeing peanut butter.
What's that?
You were peeing peanut butter.
Yeah, basically. Oh,
That's like one of the things that if you'll notice if you eat like certain foods. If you eat and drink certain things, your pee will smell like it.
Yeah, I bet my pee smelled like peanut butter.
I'm sure it did.
100%.
I actually did a diet because
what diet did you do? That was crazy.
Mine's pretty bad. Mine was way worse than yours.
Really?
Way worse.
What happened?
I was doing Beachbody and they were like, you should take out like sugar and gluten. And I'm like, how many things can you take out of a diet and still find things to eat?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, so many
Bullcrap.
things. Like
Yeah.
I shit myself.
What?
I fucking shit myself. Like I was washing dishes and shit myself because I was
Dude,
like
that'll
getting no
happen, though.
nutrition.
Yeah,
There was
that'll
nothing
happen.
I
It's
was
just, like,
getting.
liquid. It wouldn't be anything, but it'd be like, oh, I think it's a fart. And then it was like, oh, shit.
And my daughter, she was like, you're too old to be doing that. My 6-year-old at the time was like, you're too old. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, don't tell me not. Like, gluten one thing, but you try to take soy and dairy and everything. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, diets
I
are.
think those diets. I think diets are stupid.
Yeah, I think you should be like, your body is eventually going to tell you, like, you need to have some Doritos.
Right. Exactly.
You're going to feel it.
Your body's going to tell you when you need some freaking
Doritos.
Cookout.
Yeah, it is.
Here's
And just
Doritos.
do it. Don't
Yeah,
like
for
do it
sure.
every day.
What's that?
Don't do it every day.
I mean, I do it every day.
You do it every
I
day?
eat Cookout every day, basically.
You don't shit yourself?
No. I don't eat, though. I haven't eaten anything today.
What?
Yeah. So, like, I fast. I talked about this before.
Do you actually intentionally do it, or are you accidentally doing it?
Intentionally. I'm on a rhythm now of, like...
Why?
I don't crave food at all during the morning. Like, I'll have coffee or water. I also vape, which is an appetite suppressant. I got to quit vaping, I guess. But
I love food.
yeah, I love food too. I love it when, like, at night after comedy, I'll go and I'll get.
Like the worst time you're to eat. You know that, right?
Well, apparently.
But your body's not taking in the 2,000 calories from the fasting, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Exactly.
It doesn't hit me. It doesn't stick to me.
Yeah.
So
And you're really tall, so
mhm.
that helps.
And I've always had a really big appetite. I've always eaten a lot ever since I was little, and
So
I
you
should
have
eat Cookout. I should eat more vegetables.
time.
My mom's on me about that.
Yeah.
But you know,
I try to have a balanced diet.
yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
A lot of
But-
veggies.
But I like the fasting, man. It's
Really?
so great. Yeah, because I don't gain weight, and it's like, you know.
I've never
And I
really
feel
gained
fine.
a ton of weight or anything, unless
Yeah.
I was pregnant or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't consider
You've
myself
always
like.
been able to stay thin, and
You think I'm thin?
yeah.
I'm like, I have a fucked up mental image of myself, you know, from
Yeah.
the whole eating disorder or whatever. But no, like, I like to stay physically active.
Mhm.
Like, I enjoy like HIIT workouts and lifting and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, but I don't want to get like bulky.
Yeah.
But I like, I used to run a lot, but I can't run anymore because I have stents inside my body.
Stents?
Well, they're called coils.
I know about those.
Yeah.
For your heart,
No.
brain,
No.
what? Arteries?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my groin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Big
I have
arteries. down
4. They plugged them because blood was pooling inside my body.
there. Like aneurysm type
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you had your aneurysms coiled.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest surgeries.
No, it's not. I had to stay awake for it because my blood pressure was too low.
Oh my god. Well, it's not cool. It's
It's
horrible.
not cool.
I'm sorry.
The drugs are great. The drugs are great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of nutcracker syndrome?
No.
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 It's a rare condition, and I have it.
Did you? You don't have to say that. Do you?
Huh? On here, it's not sad. I get really good drugs.
Yeah.
I got permission to smoke weed from my doctors.
Well, I'm glad you're
Alive?
so positive about it and alive.
Yeah, I'm very
Yeah.
positive about it. Like, I'm cool with it when they have to stick stuff in my butt because I get drugs.
Yeah. The
Sorry.
the coiling of an aneurysm is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
My company sells stuff for that, but it. Yeah. Did their doctors explain to you how it it bubbles out?
Yeah, a lot of people when I go in and have x-rays, they'll stop and they'll come and they'll be like, "Do you know you have metal stuff inside of you?" And I'm like,
It's tiny.
I'm like,
It is
"You're the
tiny.
technician.
The
Like, that's
coils
back
are-
here. You should know what you're looking at."
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's all minimally invasive, right? They just
Yeah.
go in through a small incision,
Mhm.
and then it looks like a bubble outside.
It's
of the
crazy.
vein. And then they just feed coils up into the bubble to prevent the bubble from
It looks all crazy
rupturing.
when you see it on like an x-ray.
Yeah, it
It's
looks like
really
spaghetti
weird.
or
Yeah.
like DNA or something inside of the bubble, so
Mhm.
no blood goes in there, so it doesn't burst. So
Yeah.
then just blood flows straight through.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
It's really hard to do. I had a sales training once where we tried to like simulate and do the coils. It's
You
so
tried to do
hard.
it?
Yeah, but it's not in a real person. It's like just on a fake, like a cadaver or like a dummy, and like
A cadaver would have been cool.
a cadaver. Yeah, we do have cadaver stuff,
I would.
but it takes so much coordination to do that well, and the skill of the surgeons to be able
Yeah, I
to.
have an awesome doctor.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I was gonna ask who it was, but you.
I don't know if I'm supposed to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Either. I was like,
I
no.
don't know if I can say that.
No, but healthcare in the upstate's very good.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. They don't really know. Like, when I got diagnosed, they didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that I got diagnosed in the emergency room, and they told me what I had, and I was like, "You're joking. That's not real." And then I had to have emergency surgery.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So I've been like guinea pigged around. And then like shortly after I had my gallbladder removed, and
Yeah.
I've had a bunch of surgeries.
Yeah. That's rough. Surgery's rough.
I mean, I don't really mind it. Like the worst part of it is the IV, and then the drugs are really good. I like the drugs because they're legal.
The drugs are great.
They are really.
I had back surgery in 2020.
It's nice.
I went to
It's like
Atlanta to get the back surgery. I feel
best
bad.
naps.
I called in a favor. Got the head surgeon at Emory.
I want the good stuff.
It was like a minor thing, and I was like, I'm getting the best friggin' guy.
I'm not like it, a lot of people, and I'm not saying like it's not anything serious or anything like that. Like I went into my vascular doctor the other day, and he was like, so you want to do, I seen your name on the list, like you want to do the surgery? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do the surgery. And like every time if I go to the emergency room in a lot of pain, they just try to give me drugs, and I'm like, I didn't come here for drugs. Like stop.
But the cocktail they give you for surgery, you need it. I mean, you need to
for
be
sure.
knocked out. I'm like, I'm not trying to be tough when they're
No.
cutting you open. Like,
No.
give me the full whatever.
It's awesome.
I was wondering about anesthesia before I got it. I was like, what is this gonna feel like? Is it gonna
Did
feel
it
like
burn?
Is it gonna feel like I died?
Did you feel it like burn when it went in to you? No? Mine burned.
No, but I was wondering about like the dream state I was going to be in. I was like, man, I'm kind of excited. Am I going to like go to the afterlife for a little while?
There's
like,
nothing.
There's nothing. It didn't even feel like I was asleep. It felt
You just woke up.
It felt like it didn't even feel like I was asleep at all. It felt like the surgery didn't last long. It just felt like I was like,
I wish it would have lasted longer.
I know. I wish I would be. I wish I was like on
You put me down for like
planet.
3 hours.
Yeah, dude. I wish I was.
If you only go on and it's a short one for like 30 minutes, like it's not like worth it. Like you really want to be under. The last surgery I had, I was like almost like 2.5 hours. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Did you feel like it was a long time?
No. Not, I mean, yeah, no. Like it's just like one of those things that is enjoyable. However you look at it. Even if you wake up, I would say the worst one I woke up from was my gallbladder.
Okay.
That was bad.
Yeah. Gosh, it's crazy having surgery because like, yeah.
The drugs are always good.
When it's like your own body getting operated on, it's like, gosh, I hope these people are good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I had a joke. I'd talked about it before when I went in actually for the surgery for the coils and stuff. And they'd made a bet. Like the two doctors had a bet if they were going to have to like trim up, you know, the downstairs. They betted money. And they thought I was asleep, but I didn't go to sleep yet.
Oh, they were talking about that?
Yeah.
What did they say?
Like who lost the bet? Like who, if they were going to have to shave me or not. And the female was like, I told you we weren't going to have to do anything. This is the year she was born. I was like,
they were betting on if you had you shaved or not?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to be careful in the OR.
Some doctors, they don't, like in the emergency room, I've heard.
Dude, they say shit.
You should not be saying.
Yeah, as a rep, I was in there a lot. They say.
You're not, but like.
Make sure the patient's out.
Yeah, like I was in the emergency room one time and they were like, they brought us another dead one. God.
Yeah.
I was like, do they know I'm alive over here?
Yeah.
That was horrible. Are you one of those people?
What do you mean?
What do you do? What do you do? What is your
As
job?
a job?
Yes.
I wish I had some really cool backstory. Like I have a fake job. I do something else.
No, your job seems cool. I've heard you say certain things on stage that make me think you have to have a really important job.
Oh, thank you. It's not that important, but it is. I switched jobs. So now I'm a pricing manager. So I manage contracts for
sounds smart.
the East.
Sounds very
it's
smart.
It's not that interesting. And
I'm good with numbers.
Not that smart even.
You're downplaying yourself for having a good job.
It's a good job. It's a very good job.
Don't downplay yourself then.
It's a fantastic job. It's a really good company too. It's a Fortune 300 company. It's a very good company. It's less cool now though. The cool part was I was a rep before, and that was when I got to be in the operating room, watching surgeries and the products. So sales reps are dumb. I mean, most sales reps in hospitals today played a college sport. They were probably maybe a frat guy. There's like a whole stereotype of like the medical device sales rep.
So you're stereotyping them yourself, or is this just?
Yeah, I'm like that. I played a college sport. You know?
And
a lot of them are very talented and very smart and very strategic and good, nice people who are not douchey like snake oil salesmen trying to So, but anyway, the guy still, all that being said, we're way less smart than the surgeons. We do not know shit, you know.
Oh no, they're
compared-
super duper smart.
compared to a surgeon.
Yeah.
Right? So like, why do we need to be in the operating room when a patient's getting cut open? So we just have to be experts in the product that's being used and like be able to tell. Like when you were in your surgery, you probably saw the surgical tech. The
I had
staff.
several people talk to me.
Yeah, there's different people in the room. So the circulator would be the person, or anesthesia. They're the ones you probably talk to as you're going under. They talk to the patients a lot, and maybe the circulating nurse. But then once you're out, there's a whole team of people around the OR table. And
Oh, that's nice. They're
yeah.
just watching.
There's the surgical. No, they're working. So there's the surgical tech. He or she hands the tools and instruments to the surgeon while they're operating. Sometimes the surgeon will have their assistant, their PA, and then there's maybe the rep in the back of the room.
That would be you.
And if the product's like new or different, you'll tell them how to use it, and it's just small things. It's like where to plug it in, or what buttons to press, or what settings to have on the machine, so that it's like.
So you're actually vital.
Well, yes and no. They know all the stuff, but if it's a different product or a new product, there's like might be something different or cool about it that you have to be like, oh, this is what, you know.
But that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is cool. That's
Yeah.
really. I was just there like
Like the
shit.
differences are marginal. Like it's like the same as what you did before, just slightly different. Like that's how technology,
Well, they're changing it to make it better.
right? It has to be the same enough to what they've always done that
Yeah.
they know how to do it.
Because if not, they might
But-
be killing people.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't just you can't just try something that never has been done.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
So
Oh.
it's like marginal changes and improvements to what they're used to. So you don't have to be a genius. I think the biggest thing about the sales
But you went
thing
to
is-
school for this, though, right?
No, I was economics. I did business. I did not know anything about science or anatomy. They train you in the company.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
So I
thank
could
you
just
for
like.
asking about this. I don't often talk about this.
You never talked about it.
No, not to.
That's neat. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It is kinda cool.
You do cool shit.
Thanks. Yeah. I don't get to do OR stuff anymore though. Now it's just contracts. and
I've been in the OR. Or
Yeah. The
and
OR
everything.
is a fun environment. I'm starting to miss the OR because I started last September and I have not been in and around.
Did you know I have medical stuff? I was in college for 4 years.
What did you go for school for?
I changed my major a lot.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
But I
love
started
that.
out a medical lab technician.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I
then
could see you working in a hospital. You remind me of.
yeah, I get called teacher or nurse.
Yeah, you could be a nurse.
Yeah,
Hell
I got that. I got like teacher when we was in Asheville, which is weird. I don't know. Do I really give those vibes and soccer mom vibes all the time? But no, I did medical lab technician. I changed that over to what did I go to? Medical assistant. I almost graduated with that. I actually transferred from Greenville Tech to Brown Mackey.
Okay.
Then I had extended period. A bunch of stuff didn't transfer back over. And then what it did transfer over to is because I also love animals. I was going to do vet technician and I found out I was pregnant and I couldn't. They would not keep me in the clinicals because
Yeah.
of being pregnant.
Wow.
So I went 4 years.
Wait, they kicked you out of the vet thing because you were
Yeah,
pregnant?
Yeah, because I couldn't do my clinical part. And I was in my clinicals. That's all I had left to do and I would have graduated.
Yeah.
And I never
Oh,
went back.
man.
And I was like $42,000 in debt.
Oh, that sucks. That's the brutal part about.
But I did get a
as
certificate.
provider.
I
You
did
get
patient care
the
tech.
School and the debt. I couldn't
Patient
do
care
that.
technician.
Huh?
I did I graduated with a certificate, which whatever. It wasn't that much, but I did do like a course or something
Okay.
where I did clinicals and everything. Patient care. So I can do like, I remember like IVs and trachs and
Yeah.
packing wounds. And,
Oh, very
I got to see
cool.
some really cool shit though.
Wound packing.
It's
Did you
fucking
do the
nasty.
gauze?
It's fucking nasty.
Yeah.
I don't know
do
how
you
I
know
did.
the gauze, the sponges, laps and Ratex and stuff?
I don't remember it now, but it was a lot of nasty
They're just like
stuff.
the cloth that you pack a wound with.
Oh yeah, the ones that kind of look like they have the lines in it. I know what
yeah,
you're
they
talking
kind
about.
of
Yeah,
look like crisscross, like a.
crisscross applesauce.
So I sold something that counted those. Did you have to count them? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the counting protocol.
Because you don't want to leave and it'll rot and cause infection.
You don't, and you don't want to leave one inside by accident or sew somebody up.
Exactly, because it will cause like rotting.
Yes. So I
It's nasty.
I sold a system that prevents that from happening.
How?
It's a
New?
thanks for asking. So it's like a tablet, like an iPad that goes on a. I think it actually is an iPad now. It goes on an IV pole, and the count. We sell the sponges too, and the sponges have a little chip in them. So you scan the sponges, and it counts them all, and they're all unique.
That's why they scan everything now.
And then they scan them out at the end. Because you do a manual count, but your manual count can always be wrong.
Can be fucked up.
Mm-hmm. You could think you counted 40. You actually counted 39. You sew them up, send them home, and then the patient's screwed.
Yeah.
So Prisma, they actually was selling this to they're finally going to do it.
That's really cool and
Prisma
smart.
Memorial
Because I've heard some horror
is
stories.
going to have that sponge counting system now.
That's really cool. That is, see, David is super fucking smart.
I didn't do that.
It doesn't matter. You were part of it.
I was a part of it. I didn't get the deal done. There's a new rep now. Since I left, the new rep is getting that deal
The credit?
finished. Yeah.
Why would you do that?
No, it happens.
No, but you should talk about it. Like, that was me. That was
no,
me.
she's doing all the legwork of getting this shit finished. So, but I started it though. I started it.
Yeah, you should, and make that noted. Like,
hopefully it goes over well. There's a chance they could hate the system.
no, I think
the
that's
staff doesn't like it because the staff
Really?
doesn't like to. They think it's more time, and they're like, "Oh, this is a pain in the ass." Sometimes nurses revolt, and they hate doing it.
But
But
they
it's
need
for their protection.
Yeah, because they fuck up a lot.
Yeah, not everybody fucks. I mean,
But there's too many.
It's human. Everybody's human, so mistakes can happen statistically if you count hundreds of thousands of these sponges a year. So that's one of the
For
things.
sure, because
Yeah.
I
Thank you for
think
asking about that.
I think
never
that's
thought about
really good because I've seen stuff and like it can kill people.
that. Yeah, dude, it can kill people.
Like that was one of the things at MUSC. One of the other patients that actually have what I have, they were referring me down there to have the surgery, and the last person they worked on, they had fucked up with leaving some stuff inside of her.
Yeah,
and it
they
killed
don't just
her.
leave sponges. They sometimes leave metal. They leave
Yeah,
hardware.
it nicked her bowels, and it leaked out, and infection killed her.
Yeah,
So for me, I was like, no, thank you.
yeah,
So hearing this is really good to me.
yeah.
You know,
It's an interesting problem. You know, they have like a minority of hospitals use a technology to assist with counting sponges or counting things. Most hospitals still use manual count across the whole country.
I think that's
And
horrible.
those errors happen all over the country. And part of the last division I was selling for of Stryker, I'm at a different division now, but was the whole focus of that was patient safety and awareness. But the problem is the system is very expensive. So it adds cost, and they do not want to add cost. Like healthcare, they're trying to minimize cost across everything.
But I feel like healthcare is like one of the top things that should be most
For
important.
safety, it should be.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, it's sad that those decisions have to get made in those terms. And it doesn't happen often. So like statistically, if it doesn't happen often, like why are we going to increase our cost by this much? But also those events are costly. So like if that patient where they messed up, they're probably not charging for that. You know what I mean? Like they're spending all the money on the surgery, but they get sued, and they also
they did.
And they also are not getting any money for that surgery. So the cost of that is like, it's kind of like helping them understand that it's worth the investment.
Could they make like for what you were working on and now this female is working on? Could they decide? Well, not really necessarily make it cheaper, but decide what surgeries for like that have a bunch of counts. It would have to be for all.
It would have to be for everything. Well, that's how we pitch it, because the counting protocol it's a protocol, so it's the thing you follow every single time. So as soon as you start to deviate, that's when the errors happen. So it's best to update your policy and do it universally.
They should have it.
Mm-hmm. And even if it's silly, because you still do the manual count, even if there's only like 5 sponges and it's a little incision in your knee.
Yeah.
That thought does happen though. I mean, I've heard healthcare providers say we should just count. We should just use this for the big surgeries. We push back. I mean, obviously we want to sell more, so we would want it used everywhere. But
all things.
From a pure methodology perspective, I do think it makes sense to make it a universal policy, and everybody counts the same way. The tech, the nurse, like your best counters and your worst count the exact same way. You eliminate the variability. And I believe in that concept, but
I think that's smart. I've just read
Mayo Clinic uses it. Cleveland Clinic uses it. The best institutions have our system, but not everybody.
Yeah, I'm
but
trying to
now
get-
Prisma's going to be doing it.
That's
I
really
think.
good.
I don't want to jinx it. I'm pretty sure they signed the thing recently.
That's really good.
I don't know if I should be telling about business.
Oh no.
We've said every other
I
messed
think
up
every conversation has some messed up thing, and I'm not sure if I'm the only, or if I am the first. But you were like you said, I don't really talk about this stuff on my podcast or whatever once or no, I don't know.
I haven't
don't
talked
know
in that level of detail ever.
of your work.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh. I mean, but just in general, like I try to touch whatever topics happen to come up. Like I'm not like, that's one thing I try to say with anybody in any conversation. Like I'm not like I'm very open when it comes in conversation.
That's great.
No,
people love being able to talk about themselves.
Well, I mean, not that. Just like I think a lot of
you
people
asking. No,
yeah,
that's just part of
wanna,
like,
yeah.
I want to. Yeah, I like to get to know other people too.
Conversating.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Like you weren't at the wedding, but all of your friends were at my wedding.
I know. I feel bad. There was something happening.
I don't believe you. You could have had a great time.
I wish I went. Bill officiated it.
Yeah, and it was really fucking funny because he goes, "You may now exchange vows," and we go, "We don't have any," and everybody laughed.
Yeah,
but like my husband's very like, he's not really reserved, I would say, but he's just like nervous. So like his personal stuff. We gave our vows to each other before our wedding, and when we were getting dressed, we read them, and
that's beautiful.
That's how we did it, and so it was. Like I felt
that's
like
private. It's more special.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like beautiful. Like, and they also fucked up our songs for me to walk down the aisle. It was fucking a mess. We didn't rehearse anything. We were dysfunctional. I'm dysfunctional, so it was perfect. And it was great. Like Callie stepped in at last minute to be like my bridesmaid. And then like
this is so great. I'm pissed I missed this. Did you tape it?
Oh, we have some video of Chris Wilson's mom like dancing, like backing it up on Jacob. It's fucking great.
Oh my god!
Like, and I think Bill's like humping Jacob at one point. It's all like it was great. It was funny. It was really funny.
Not planning vows for when you're at the altar though. That sounds really cool to me.
We didn't plan anything.
Improvised vows.
All of it was
like in front of everybody. You're gonna have to say what you're really thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be more special to me than writing something.
We just were like, we don't really have anything. Like, we just wanted normal, basic things. And we wanted what we had to say to each other, like, personal. So we could sit and, like, kind of, like, prior to getting there and walking, like, as this person, I already knew before I walked down the aisle, like, this is from our vow exchange, that's the person that I was going to marry, you know? So, I mean, sometimes, like,
how long are you married now?
A year.
A year. Wow.
Yeah. We've been together 8 years and some change now.
That's great.
And like, I'm not saying like it's always been pretty by any means, but like now, like I look at him, like I just like, you just like, like you wouldn't get rid of your fucking favorite cat, that you picked up. Like you love it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like kind of love is like that.
For sure.
Like you want to die with it. You don't want to see it die. You want to die with it.
Yeah.
That sounds so fucking shitty. I don't know why I just said that.
You don't want it to die. You want to die with it.
Yeah.
You should put that on a bumper sticker. Or on some
you
some
don't
merch.
What the fuck did I say?
You said love, you don't want it to die. You want to die with it.
Yeah. That's just like they're going to be really shitty days.
Yeah, put that on some Amelia merch.
Yeah. The best giving is laughter. Yeah. And then we, a couple of us girls came up with badly behaved content, badly behaved women.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. So that's another one, a new one.
Yeah.
That was just off my head.
The dome.
Yeah. I was just like thinking about like my like marriage and stuff like that. It's like so funny. Like stupid shit you'll argue over. I'm like, why didn't you dump the ashtray? He doesn't smoke inside the house, but I'm like, you didn't dump the ashtray. And he's like, I didn't really think it was like that bad. And I'm like, it wasn't that bad to you. I'm like, I don't smoke. So like, you need to clean it up kind of thing.
For sure.
So men are like, I think like, I even read a book like something women are from Mars and Venus thing. Yeah. And like, we're just different. Like in how we work. For sure. So you just kind of have to like compromise.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying lower your standards. You should probably lower your standards all around, men and women.
You think?
Yeah.
Lower standards?
Because like, okay, you could find someone and like with kids or not kids, anything, I'm just saying off the top of my head, and you actually are able to get on a level of conversation with people, how you grow as friends and everything like that, or closer to family members. You could have some girl that like is pretty, but you're not like 100 million% like attracted to her, right?
Yeah.
But then you can actually have carrying conversations and communicate and like rationalize shit and like how you see the world and stuff.
Yeah.
That is like the level like
That's
where
what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you can sit and have those conversations looking like a bag of fucking shit.
Yeah.
That I think that's where it's at.
Absolutely. That's what I'm. Yeah.
You're like, I'm looking for
I'm
that.
looking for that.
You want to come sit on my couch
Anybody
and look
watching?
like a like a bag
We
of
can do a date.
shit.
We can do a No.
Just come over in
That'd
your
be
sweats.
horrible. Oh, that'd be a horrible idea.
No, I wouldn't do a podcast, but I'm saying like if you like authentically have to
Yeah,
be
a
yourself.
connection. Yeah, because sometimes I look for the hot girl.
Yeah.
I want the hot girl.
Sometimes the hot girls can. I'm not saying that I was never not the hot girl. I'm saying that I'm the 30-year-old mom, soccer mom now. I get that. No, that's not the total package. That's like sometimes I would say somewhat crazy. So the fact that the person I got with didn't have kids and was younger than me, like that, I think that was not common.
Right.
But yeah, I think that in any area of your life, wherever it at is like job, comedy, relationship, age, like give yourself some fucking grace.
Yeah. That's such a good message.
Like stop being so fucking hard and ridiculous.
This might be a good message to end on because
That is our note. Give yourself some grace.
It's 5 minutes till the
So are
mic
you fucking
starts.
serious?
Yeah, we've been talking for almost 2 hours.
See?
So
I'm kind of smart.
yeah. I love this. This was so fun.
We got funny and serious and talked
dude,
about.
This was a good episode.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh,
Cool.
absolutely.
Cool.
I think this was fantastic.
I'm just kind of sweating,
Plus,
and I don't
girl
sweat.
episodes always get more views.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm the only mom, though.
And mom episodes might get even more.
Yeah, maybe.
Is all your kids are gonna watch?
No. We're not gonna watch. There's like buy me some new fucking shoes kind of
Buy
thing.
me some. Mama needs some new shoes.
Rip and dip.
I almost like don't even want to stop talking. Like we could keep going, but the
We're
mic.
like, we
is
have a
about-
good conversation.
We do. Yeah.
Good see?
Yeah.
There we
So-
have it.
Do you want to shout out anything, Amelia?
Sharkies, Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Oh shit. It's
You're
not
like-
gonna come out by then. I don't think.
That's fine. You don't have to.
But Sharky's is every Tuesday.
Yeah. I think Callie's hosting on Valentine's Day.
And so Sharky's free open mic 8:00
Mm-hmm.
every Tuesday.
Yep. And then all I can say to comics that are local is to branch out and hit up as many mics as you can to have some growth.
Yeah.
Just don't stay, like, get out. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you don't have to carpool. Getting out and making new connections is where it's at.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
Yep.
And your socials will be linked.
Mm-hmm.
You are you active on all of them?
I
You have Instagram.
have
What are your big ones?
Instagram. I have Facebook.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I think I have a new one, yeah.
Okay.
But I've only posted like 2 videos. And then I realized that one video that I posted, I was fucking shit-faced in that video. I went back and watched it. I was like, you need to
Is
stop
it still
drinking.
up?
Yeah, it's still
Okay,
up.
find Amelia's YouTube channel and watch it.
I
be
was drunk.
shit-faced.
I was drunk.
That'll be fun.
I do have a TikTok, but a lot of people find out about it and they're like, that's fucking gross.
What's your TikTok?
It's not an OnlyFans. It's Millie Jean or something like that. Also like I went through the hashtag and put my the best give and give is laughter, but it was originally the blonde honest truth.
Yeah, I remember that one.
My TikTok blew up that I had got rid of like super huge. I even actually
How many followers did you have?
over 10,000
Oh my gosh.
at that time. I shut it down. People were getting weird. I would wake up with money in my account. That was great. It wasn't an OnlyFans. It was a joke. It became
I know.
as a joke.
No, I don't even doubt that, guys.
Yeah, it was a joke. It was me being funny, and it turned into whatever. And then, like, it's so funny. Jamal, he was like, I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it anymore. It was like, that was weird. And that's fine or whatever. But like, for me, at the end of the day, however long this is running, I'm sorry, David.
No, this is great.
Is that, like, I'm not, like, hindering who I am.
Yeah. Of course.
Like, I don't really care. Like, I like fucking like fuck you if you don't like me. I don't really care kind of
Yeah,
thing.
For sure.
Like, I don't have perceiving how people perceive me as, like, a lot of people say it's none of my business. I don't really care.
I think you're great.
I'm great.
All right. Well, thanks for coming. Let's get to this mic.
We're gonna go to a mic, and I gotta check my phone. That's it.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you next time.